You guys just missed the best joke.
Not missed, ignored.
Wait,
Not you,
Vehemently.
not you, the viewers.
wait, oh, wait, what?
Because we didn't start recording until
Oh,
get,
yes.
get the shit kicked out of him in the entrance exam
Oh,
days.
yeah, that. Okay. Anywho.
I didn't have the shit kicked out of me.
Not you.
You two fucking...
That's what I'm saying. You guys did
fair,
really,
be
really
fair.
well.
I was the only one who came out of that unscathed.
You
I
are.
was fine. I was
You're-
fine.
Yeah,
I
your poor-
was exhausted, but I didn't take any hits.
yeah.
Oh,
didn't take any.
I took a lot of hits. I just shrugged most of them the fuck off.
My poor fucking mouth.
And then Valentine, meanwhile, was just noom, 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 punch, 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 noom, noom, noom.
I'm
So
just
it sounds like the first
destroy
group was the
everything.
one who had the greatest issues.
Yeah.
I know, I
Like-
carried.
Round 3 was just more of
Robot.
demolish everything. Like, I
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
much played tank as I was supposed to, and Valentine rescued all the peoples and then came in and joined in the smash.
Yeah,
We played
like,
good as a team.
I don't know what it was with the dice,
They hated me.
but like
last
yeah,
time.
the last time in mine, how many ones did I roll in just that one session?
Not a
'Cause it was a
lot.
lot.
That was me who kept rolling ones and like twos.
Well, I'm thinking I rolled one on. I remember I used all 3 of the hero points that I got during that session, counteracting ones. So I had at least 3 ones on defense.
Anywho,
Oh right, it wasn't one of those toughness checks on the fucking
enough
car.
about the past. Let's focus on the future. And god damn it, Google, stop trying to fix my agenda. Anywho,
I don't think I want to focus on the future, Aaron. Every month seems to just get weirder.
I mean,
Welcome to 2020.
Welcome to 2020. Next month on the docket is Godzilla.
I actually saw on the internet that apparently we lost 8 years somewhere in the 1200s due to calendar changes. So technically, this is our 2012.
God damn it!
That is
Oh.
too poetic.
Oh, so we still have 2 more years till the end of the world.
What can I say?
This makes a lot of sense. It's starting now.
In any case, let's party.
Yeah. All right, so, Pan Piranha or Pamela Shark, are you prepared to be pointy? Fucking peas, I ran out.
I'm prepared to pee perfect.
Prepare to be punctual.
Prepared to be punctual, yes.
Pig ass pitties. Anyway.
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah.
No. Bad boy.
All right. Fucking
Bad Aaron. Get spray bottle.
fuck you and your digital spray bottle. Hopper, are you prepared for your helicopter joyride?
I thought we already did that.
Well, technically, you're still doing it.
Oh, we're still in the entrance exam. Okay.
Phoebe, are you prepared to keep this bird afloat?
I mean, I guess, but I thought we decided that we were doing a recap of the last bit.
We are.
Okay, so we're not actually doing that. Right
A
now.
little bit of it.
Okay.
Valentine, are you ready to morph like the Power Ranger you think you are?
Always.
I see your excitement from just moving around on the map.
Wee.
And Johnny Stone, are you prepared to wreck it?
Always.
All right. We last left off with all of you in your section of the entrance exam where pretty much what happened, all of you got it. How the fuck did you get there?
There's a water bottle.
Get out!
Oh yeah, you can put tokens. Players can put their own tokens on the board whenever.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make this illegal soon. But anyway, here, let's solve this problem. I'm putting y'all at God damn it, drag. There we go. Y'all are at start. Or be chaotic there. Anyway, what essentially happened to all of you after an initial bout from running through the gates, smoke cloud happened. You showed up in an area and proceeded to get assaulted by many a mech while also saving people at the same time with the help of some other heroic individuals. And all at the same time, and of course in different areas, whether it be from helicopter vantage point, from Princess carrying a dragon, who is faring much better now, by the way. He's able to move on his own somewhat, though he's still hurt. Or, just standing in a park with a Sasquatch and a blonde-haired tomboy, you all see the same sight of a giant robot, to say the least. All of you can assume that it's at least more than 100 feet tall, and it is just walking down the populated areas of the city, or at least what you think are the populated areas, just being a giant robot. It doesn't seem to have any armaments on it whatsoever. It just seems to be giant and has giant arms to go along with it. And last I recalled, the group with Pan Pan Piranha and Hayato, your guys' goal after this was to avoid the 0 level bot and to just try and get points where you can.
Yep.
Through murdering poor innocent robots.
Saving robots and murdering civilians. I mean, the other way around.
The plan with Phoebe and Hayato was to see how long this helicopter can stay afloat while doing pot shots.
Wrong H, dude.
Hopper and Phoebe see how long this helicopter can go for, of doing pass-bys of robots and saving civvies where you can.
Yep, with Hopper just hanging out the bottom of the aircraft.
Meanwhile, the group with Valentine and Wrecking Ball, if I remember correctly, more or less decided to go to at least the area of where the level 0 robot was and see if there are any people in its path of destruction to get out of there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Working as a team to save more civilians.
What's gonna work?
Don't you start.
Teamwork
What's gonna work? Military-grade explosives.
and violence.
Okay, Cat, that's enough of that.
No.
Zooming in on speed form.
Oh.
Oh, wait a sec. That's
Yeah, that's
There we
speed
go.
form.
forgot to readjust the speed cost.
Oh, you're good. No worry. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and go with the short blurb of Pan Pan Piranha and Hayato's group. Pan Piranha, you along with Hayato, a man who's introduced himself as Kai, and a man you only know as, from what he's calling himself, the Great Barrier Reef, are able to dispatch some bots in your local area as well as get a few more civilians. Piranha, if you could do me a favor and roll me an attack check. All right. With that, I will say you are able to clear out mainly some of the weaker bots, mainly the 1-point bot and the occasional 2-point bot, but everything else is pretty much mopped up by Hayato, who is, while still hurting like hell, is able to put his own fight in, and with this Kai fellow with his fighting ghost. Though as it goes on, and in your section area, of course, this all is happening at the same time. The exam is almost up, as there is no timer in the area, but from just the lack of general fighting going on other than giant Obot, it seems that a lot of the city noise has calmed down. Hayato is going to look between you, Piranha, and the other two and say, all right, look, you all can get back to the exits, but I'm going after Big Guy, as he points to the giant robot in the distance.
Are you fucking crazy?
Look, I don't know how many people are over there, but there's no that they wouldn't put that giant robot out there if it wasn't meant to do something that could either be an opportunity to help or an opportunity to hurt. And I'm gonna go there and find out
You can't
who's
just.
with me. Go ahead, Piranha.
Well, we already got our points, but we're gonna. Might as. You know what? Okay, I got you.
All right, hop on. And as he says that, he transforms into one of his dragon forms. We're gonna say this one because I don't know, it's yellow.
Yellow means it's fast.
Exactly. I'm not gonna bother to look at the stats. It's not important for this.
Red ones go faster.
No,
Shut up.
red ones hit harder. The blue ones are lucky.
No, the hedgehog one goes fast.
God damn it! Oh,
But, it is red ones that go faster.
okay. Orc paint aside,
Okay, Shara Noble.
as
How
the
dare you question Mork, you Gork believer?
Anyways,
Alright. God damn it. Look, we'll do an orc campaign later.
wah, go.
As the piranha mounts the dragon.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Since I thought I'd never hear from you. As the man who introduced himself as Kai just kind of tilts his hat down. I was like, good grief. Look, you all have good luck out there, but I'm strong, but I ain't gonna be able to fight that. Meanwhile, Coral Man has already hopped on the back of Hayato Dragon Force, like, woohoo, let's ride! And it's like, and just leads to Kai again, just kind of sighing. He's like, good luck, you crazy crew, as he begins to kind of... The run would be cool if he wasn't in just such a rush to get to the exit, but you see him just kind of making a steady jog towards one of the exit gates as Hayato takes Pan Piranha and Coral Man up into the sky towards Big Robot. Going on to not Corsair, almost read the fucking Discord name. Hopper and Phoebe, you two are able to do your motions of taking out any bots that are either stragglers or occasionally in a group thanks to the helicopter's guns, and also able to get a decent amount of civilians saved. Hopper, can you roll me one of your attack checks? And Phoebe, can you roll me, if you still know the stats for your helicopter, roll me that gun check of it. Because I'm pretty sure it's got a gun.
It does have a gun.
Cool.
Sheesh.
I mean, a 7, I've seen worse.
Yeah, I've rolled worse.
I don't understand.
The just last session, I was trying to do the attacks on the robots, and I kept fucking missing with like
No.
2s and 3s.
It was a joke.
I see. Well, actually, apparently I didn't. So
If I can find the stats somewhere.
It's my bad for not having it up immediately.
I mean, you're mostly rolling to hit, I think. So, what is your ranged weapon to hit?
At this point, I'm
Terror.
not. I think actually I said at the end of the session before that I was trying to do hacking rather than shooting while I was flying.
All right, well, go ahead and do me one of those hacks.
So
Try and hack the giant robot.
I mean,
And we all
It's
leave
not-
in
I mean, it's-
style.
It's worth literally nothing. So,
with hacking, they roll, not me, if I remember correctly.
Oh. all right, I'll just make a general D20 roll. And I don't even care what their modifiers are. A 3 can't do jack shit, as you pretty much have done so well. At this point, any robots you get in range to that Hopper doesn't decimate, you program them to save civilians, and the civilians that were once scared that these robots are suddenly being piled into the helicopter as the robots say, "Thank you, have a nice day," and then proceed to go away.
Would you like some fries with that?
And unless you guys want to do anything specific, you guys are going to end the exam in this fashion.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm fine.
All right. And let's do a bit here. All right. Just plugging in some numbers. And now, finally, Valentine and Wrecking Ball with the accomplices of Squatch or Luca and Chino, you all are making your way towards the area of Big Bad Bot with I believe with the speed of 3, if I remember correctly. That's your base speed. You are beating everyone there. I'm pretty sure.
Up to speed 4.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, one
Whoa.
power point per speed level, and I traded in my extra arms for the 2 boosted speed.
And say, surprisingly, Luca is just right behind you with his speed free, and of course, the other 2 are able to keep up with leaping and. And Wrecking Ball, if you will oblige, at Chino hops onto your back as you leap.
That's fine.
Her hands are fast, not much else.
Yeah, and she doesn't really want to hold on to the skunk ape.
She definitely does not. All right. So, let me pull out a token I thought would be busting out with the Executor class bot.
Ruh-roh.
That's what it looks like. And let me try and give a vague representation of how big it is. Probably about that.
I know we got this.
I'm just going to put that off to the side.
Or just open up the fog of war.
Oh, yeah, true. I'll just,
Great, now I have to zoom out.
I say it's not important, but he's there. Just so you know, y'all are in the area.
Just looming.
He's just vibing. Go ahead, Colin.
I'm just gonna be doing a Flash style search and rescue. Just
All
like
right.
fuming about, grabbing civilians, moving to safe house, back and forth as needed.
All right. I want you to roll me a check with your speed, if you would please. Just with your speed rank. Just
Alright.
sorry, D20 plus speed rank. That's what I mean to say.
Woo.
God damn, Sam. All right. By the time the slower people get to the scene, you all see Valentine doing the same work she has been doing in the previous encounter. Of you see her sometimes with 2 people at a time, zooming. She saves people that are either precariously in street lamps or like up in those high street lamps or in like the second stories of some tall buildings, all in the general area of where this Colossus is, and that'll get you a few saves. Wrecking Ball, can you make me a perception? All right, you do not notice the dragon in the sky as Pan Piranha, you, Hyalto, and the Great Barrier Reef all show up in the air, and Hyalto is kind of flying like at mid-level, so they're still, but it's staying far away from the robot, obviously. But you guys are pretty high up.
I'm gonna ask Great Barrier Reef if he's got any ranged attacks.
Yeah, as he just kind of holds up his arms and the hands disappear and just turn into these crystalline coral ends.
I'm gonna ask these 2 if Hayato wants to basically focus on distracting the thing, and if Great Reef wants to keep shooting at it to make a really good distraction. If they fly me over on top of it, I'll try my damnedest to chew a hole into its head so that we could just literally unload like a massive ball of fire into its direct head.
Crikey, a genius! Alright. Hey, Dragon Boy, you heard that? You notice Hayato is not able to speak in his dragon forms, if I remember correctly. But if I'm wrong in this, we'll just say he said something lines of on it. I've honestly forgotten. But he is able to fly you all up high enough to get above the creature. Let me go ahead and make a roll. All right. You all see this swing a mile away because of just how massive the thing is, but one of the arms just kind of just move up in your general direction, and both you and Coral Man have to hold on to Hayato's body as he does this weird air maneuver to avoid the massive bulk of arm. And with that massive arm movement, both Wrecking Ball and Valentine are able to see, the giant arm swing, and of course the somewhat panicking trio up there in the air as well.
Really?
Alright. So, Wrecking Ball, what's the plan? There are currently none of the smaller bots in sight. Luca is he's pressing his pointer fingers together, looking between you and the robot, and it's like, hey, you think we can lift that thing?
I don't know about lift it. Maybe bring it down, but I don't know if that's really the priority right now. We want to make sure all the civilians are evacuated. Anything like that could cause some massive collateral damage.
Don't worry about that, guys. I've got Like you do.
Colin, just want to say you were legible during that, but you were just a little bit robot-y. But you were still able to be heard, at least on my end.
Oh, I was actually pausing between words there, so that might have been a contributing factor.
Ah, yes.
In order to mimic the only speaking one word on each pass.
All right, let me do a roll here. Wow. The other arm that's not swinging up at the flying trio kind of swings down towards y'all general direction, but not only is it very easily telegraphed, it is about a few hundred feet off, so it just lands very far away from its intended target, but the crash it brings shakes everyone on the ground. Ooh, that thing hits hard, eh?
Yeah, giving it a 0-point value. It's not meant to be fought. I don't know why the freaking what's his face up there is trying, but hey, more power to them, I guess.
Doesn't mean we can't interfere, as Chino says, as she picks up one of the discarded rubble pieces that's big enough for her to hold both their hands. She stays in this weird, shot put throwing pose for a moment and just chucks it. It surprisingly goes a decent distance, and as it hits the giant robot, the projectile actually makes a slight dent within the armor, but shatters upon impact. And she's just like, shit, thing's tougher than I thought. Meanwhile, up in the air, Pan Piranha, you are in place about 30 feet above the head of this giant monstrosity.
Okay, so I'm going to lunge, and I'm going to do that jump thing. And I'm going to use my weaken bite.
All right. Let me actually pull up the stat sheet for this boy. There's not a lot there, but what there is of, it's there.
Wait, would that... Because it says object's toughness, but can I treat that one area as an object?
You would be treating the whole thing as an object. Basically, you would bypass its fortitude immunity if it has one. Possibly. It might just be too tough. it might just roll its normal toughness instead of its fortitude since it doesn't have that stat.
Actually, I'm going for I am just fighting toughness for some reason.
Especially since this isn't really an object so much as it's a construct.
Yeah.
All right.
Bizarrely fast construct looking at the rules. This thing has speed 2.
So, what's the plan, Piranha? Are you doing the weakness bite?
Actually, hypothetically, with my bite 6 with my main power being rank 6 with 2 penetrating, how long do you think it would take for me to chew through it?
Well, that depends on if he pierces impervious toughness, which you don't know. If you pierce its impervious, maybe not long. If you don't, you're doing 2 damage to try and do damage to against whatever toughness it's got.
Because the plan I'm thinking is I get on it and I use my quickness for biting, and I literally just, as quickly as I can, try to bore a hole into this thing.
Oh, you're trying to use your bite for something that isn't an attack.
Yeah.
That would be trying to use your bite as a skill check, so I don't know what skill you would roll there. The problem is, in this case, biting a bunch of times is the same check as making a big bite because of the way Mutants and Masterminds handles its checks for damage.
So, if you do want to do this, what skill check would you want to argue?
Let's see.
Because I can think of one.
What do you got? Because I have... Oh, that's right. I have a... just a chomp for melee. But what do you got?
Yeah, I was thinking either that or you're working your jaw muscles to the fucking limit, and this would be the weirdest. Yeah, this would be one of the weirdest athletics roll I'd ever see done, but it is technically a feat of athletics.
You want me to do a? Because I mean, I have a plus 10 to the chomp, but I will do
chomp is the attack roll.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have a plus 5 to athletics. So that'd be.
Do you have the advantage great endurance?
Let's see.
Or something endurance? I can't remember what exactly it's called, but
it's the one that gives you.
Yes, I do have great endurance.
Checks.
Then you'd be able to add plus 5 to that because you're going in for the long haul, my guy.
So,
which also means you're probably vulnerable to it trying to slap you.
I think I'll be okay. So with that, I'd be rolling plus 10 to this, right? Because of the athletics and that. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, and as you're doing that, Coral Man is jumping down with you at the same time. And he's just, and he sees the spot you're zooming for, and he's just shooting a bunch of coral stalks into it.
All right, I got 25.
Meanwhile, at the same time, Hayato is doing just dragon roaring and just boom, 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 letting off just bursts of fire all over the thing's body. All right, with a 25, along with the bonus that Coral Man is giving you. I just had the sheet pulled up. And you have penetrating too, correct?
Yes, I'm trying to dig a hole big enough where I could physically jump into this thing.
Let me double check what penetrating does.
It helps bypass impervious toughness. So, like,
So, for rank 4, penetrating 2, effect hits the target with the previous 9, target must resist a rank 2 effect. Okay. And the power of your bite is 6.
Yes.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I'm now understanding math correctly. If it weren't for your penetrating, you would not actually be able to chew through this thing. But thanks to your penetrating, you have just enough edge. And I will say, because sure I could do a bunch of rolls, but if it weren't for the distraction of the dragon, you might be in somewhat relative danger. But I'll say over the course of 2 minutes and a very sore jaw, you and the power of the Great Barrier Reef are able to start making, for lack of a better term, headway into this creature.
Now, I do have quickness 8 on this.
Oh, you shit.
Yeah, because it's a biting thing, so I think that's almost a free action.
Let me...
That is.
Quickness.
How much quickness does it have?
I have 8.
That's up to Aaron how much time it would have taken normally, and he subtracts 8.
Fast, very fast.
Oh, wait, no, you can't use it because it was routine check. Rolled.
Hmm.
If you take a 10 on it, that's what that applies to. 90% of the time.
Okay.
If Aaron wants to rule it differently, that's fine. That's up to him.
Yeah.
Trying to gnaw through steel. I don't know how long that would have taken you normally, but would have taken like an hour normally, then it takes 12 seconds.
So what you're saying is, if Pan wants to actually be able to do that with quickness, she needs skill mastery athletics.
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
Something to consider in the future, but right now I shall say thematically, you are making some headway into this creature's cranium, especially with the help of the Great Barrier Reef over here. But it's definitely not as fast as you thought it was going to be.
Right.
But you're making actual progress. For occasionally, you're able to, much like those cookie cutter sharks, able to get a circle enough metal in your whole mouth, go patooey, and go right back at it.
And my mouth still hurts.
The pain has subsided, but it's still there. Like,
Yep.
It's not horrifying. Meanwhile, Valentine and everyone else on the ground is able to see barely able to see the two figures on top of the giant robot, as well as a small dragon just kind of flying around it with throwing the occasional fireball out of its mouth. What do you guys want to do or planning on doing?
Should we help them?
I mean, if they're going for it, I mean, ain't that what heroes supposed to do? Team up for big things like this? The Sasquatch says.
I'm gonna focus on getting the surrounding civilians out. If you guys want to pin it in place, more power to you.
Valentine, you have been with how fast you are, you can pretty much get within this thing's threat range. Most, if not all, the civilians are out. Of course, you weren't able to get every single one because sometimes when you showed up, they would be carried by someone else. But you were able to get a decent amount of them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be starting with the ones right next to this thing and working my way in a circle outward.
Yep, and that's been going quite well for you so far.
And I am going to continue that action.
All right.
What was your speed again?
I have speed 4.
Okay, so 30 miles an hour. Got it.
Which I want to say is the same as the helicopter.
The helicopter is 4 speed ranks higher, so it is at least quadruple the speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Technically, I move like 1/4 of your speed and can push myself to your speed with extra effort.
Alrighty.
Yeah, speed 4, 30 miles an hour, slow car.
Okie doke.
All right. So
But you have variables, so you can push that as far as you want.
So if they're doing stuff up there, maybe we can do stuff to its leg things? You think? I mean, you're pretty strong, and I'm pretty strong, I like to think.
Oh, we could always double whammy it in one of its kneecaps and bring it down, but I just worry about the collateral damage from that.
Well, I've managed to get evac most if not all of the civilians in its immediate area.
Chino pops up with like, yeah, kneecapping it is fine, but I prefer to take this thing out and have it still standing. You know how much it costs to repair all those roads? By the way, this whole time she's been occasionally picking up a piece of rubble, throwing it as hard as she can with her quirk, and is able to actually put a couple dents within like the midsection area of it. Nothing that's I forgot the technical term for it, but like the spread of her shot is very wide.
She's not very active.
But she is doing her best, but the thing is slowly approaching you all.
Mm.
But it seems to be slowing down and just kind of flailing, not really flailing because it's not doing it fast enough, but it's just moving its arms about as it's getting harassed by the dragon. Speaking of, oh wow, Hayato pulls off a surprising move because the robot rolled a 1, where it was able to get the robot essentially to hit itself in the head area, causing Piranha and Koro to damn near fall, like from their place, but they're fine. But the Hayato was managed to make the robot stun itself for a while.
I guess now's the opportunity. All right, I think you can follow up on me, Sasquatch.
I'd like to think I can try. If it's anything like the bears at home, and he just goes whoop, and he just leaps probably even farther than you can, just boom, and just boom, 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 boom. Just
Squatch jumps good.
Squatch jumps very good, and Chino's just like stinks like fuck though, but she begins to run as well and is basically emptying her pockets of all she can as she makes multiple throws towards the robot.
All right. I leap in trying to keep pace with Sasquatch.
And again, I'll keep sweeping the area around it in an ever widening circle for civilians, just to make sure there's no civilian casualties when they bring this thing down, because these guys look crazy enough to actually manage it.
What'd you say your leaping was, Wrecking Ball, for?
Let me double check because I just got done building another sheet too, so I should be leaping 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can leap up 60 feet.
Yeah, I forgot how much leap I gave this guy, but it seems like with every bound, he's just clearing so many meters, just phew, boom, boom, boom. And he is able to get to the actual construct first and begin wailing on the general foot area. But you eventually make it there as well and commence your fighting. Would you go ahead and roll me an attack check? Any you wish.
Big punch.
No, this would be the attack for what I'm already doing.
Oh no, I'm talking to him.
Okay.
Wrecking Ball. Yep.
So 17 hit.
It does, and I just thought for the hell of it to have it roll its actual toughness, and fucking Christ, it rolled that low. Let me go ahead and do a thing for the Sasquatch as well. Alright. You see as you're coming up onto the foot area that while he's landing a lot of punches, they don't seem to be making as many dents as what would probably be predicted, while you just kind of pull back your haymaker and crack into the thing's foot. And you actually see a crack that splinters up all the way to, like, I don't know, a few hundred feet up this thing. No, not a few hundred. That's way too much. Like a few dozen feet up this thing's leg. Because you hit it pretty damn hard. Piranha, can you make me another one of those same bite checks that you were doing earlier?
All right. Now, if I
Piranha goes nom.
So we got, like, this is a fresh start, right? This session.
Technically, it would be a scene change, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Ah, so I don't get a hero point back?
No, you do.
Isn't your jaw still injured?
No.
It's injured thematically, but not mechanically.
Are you going to use up a hero point on the recap section?
I mean, I don't think we're going to do anything in actual... I mean... Because it's cool. I was going to...
Game. If it's cool, then go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to use the hero point to boost my bite up 2 ranks. So now it's...
I forgot hero points could be used for that.
Yeah.
What did you use it for?
I'm increasing the rank of my bite power by 2.
1, but it's by 1.
Oh, I thought it was a rank. I thought using a hero point.
It's extra effort. You're using a hero point on your next round to cancel out the penalty for extra effort, which increases the rank of a power by 1.
Ah, okay.
Or
So
your
there's an advantage you could take where you can make the extra effort boost by 2.
I'm pretty sure I read that the advantage makes it boost by 3 instead of 2.
That was in the.
Yes, but no, I can't find anywhere where they get the precedent for extra effort increasing by 2, except when you use extraordinary effort, which is 2 instances of extra effort stacked on top of each other.
Let me look at extra effort.
I checked.
Perform one check with the bonus +2 circumstance bonus, or improve an existing bonus to a major bonus +5 circumstance.
That would be a bonus to the dice roll to succeed.
Oh, do I get any
versus the
circumstance
bonus to the
bonuses
power.
for what I'm doing?
Let me make a roll for Coral Man to see if you do. You do. He rolled a 19, and of course he's plus a lot.
You get the bonus teamwork check.
Okay,
Yeah, so yeah, he's teamwork in.
Oh, so that's a +15 then to this roll.
Yep.
Okay. And it's distracted and stunned?
Pretty much. It's like it hit itself in the face. It just got a real bad foot injury. There's a dragonfly flying around it.
Could I take a 10 on this to make it a routine check?
If it's defenseless, then yes. Stun doesn't do that.
Okay.
That's the defenseless condition.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is not defenseless.
So I'm going to just roll this +15.
Yep. Go ahead. Ooh. So
You
Wait,
rolled out a
wait,
15.
I'm going to luck that one. I'm going to luck that.
you say you technically haven't spent your hero point for the fatigue thing, so you could do that as well if you want. And just be fatigued or whatever.
How much luck did you use up last session, since we're ruling this almost as a scene change?
I used all of them in my hero point. That was the problem. That's what I was asking.
So I'd say you can either use the hero point for this roll, or use it so you aren't fatigued the next turn.
I'll
up to you.
extra effort this. I'll take that extra effort then. That fatigue.
Fatigued is not going to hurt you very much. All
Yeah.
fatigued does is inflict hinder. It's the next one that
All
starts
right.
hurting, and then the
All
third
right.
one knocks you unconscious.
All right, so let's push this a little further then
All right.
to re-roll this.
Try and roll a 10. Just above the threshold. But a 28, still a 28.
Woo!
So here's what's going on. As Coral Man and Pan Piranha, you are getting to the actual center of this thing's noggin. As you are past the point of chewing through alloy plates, you are getting through wires, you're getting through more sensitive equipment, and you can taste probably the closest thing I can say is battery acid in your mouth as you're just chewing through this thing and its inner workings, as Coral Man is taking turns between punching when you stopped biting to shooting around you when you are biting. Meanwhile, as a combination of the two strongmen on the ground are just beating the shit out of its general leg and foot area to keep it from moving. And Valentine, of course, doing her civic duty of getting all the immediate civilians out of range for if this thing topples, as well as Chino just kind of being there or throwing at this point random objects at the giant robot just to put some numbers on it.
What can I say? I'm backing up what I said in the test.
Yep. And Pan Piranha, can you roll me a perception? It's gonna be a bit hard.
Oof. Perception. Oh man, that's not even a big modifier. Oof, nope.
All right. You are ignorant to the sound, but everyone who's outside the robot hears the cry of what sounds like a angry lizard in horrible pain. As let me roll. Yeah, that's good enough. Valentine, you were just able to put one civilian into a safe zone when a crash is right next to you. For for the people who are attacking or assaulting the thing's front, you all just saw Hayato and Dragon Form get swatted and launched through many buildings from the looks of it.
Oof.
And Valentine, you see a not bloodied, or at least not severely bloodied, but a severely damaged dragon that's about 7 feet long and just looks like it's having a real rough time. Just about like 20 feet from you.
All right, it's blorping time.
All right. And as this goes forward, everyone hears the sound of brrrr. All right, time's up. And as you're all going through, the robot just kind of shuts down. All the lights that was kind of inside the creature, which allowed Piranha and Coral to see, kind of goes dark. And it just kind of stands there limp.
Puh. Ah. We were getting it too.
Well, that's good.
You were so close to that 0 points.
It was the street cred.
Yeah, it's a street cred of.
I just kind of look
The
over.
street- I would have just interpreted it as, wow, you were too stupid to read the rule book.
I kind of look over to Sasquatch. Well, looks like we distracted it long enough for most of the civilians to get saved. So
Watch as you somehow still lost on rescue points while we were off saving other people on the other side of town.
Squatch is rubbing his knuckles together, which looked pretty scratched up from where he was. So he's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's definitely harder than the petrified wood back home."
the difference between rock versus steel.
Fair point. And Chino's just over here. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I was this close to its core. As you look up to the chest area and saw that it looks like someone tried to play a whack-a-mole on this thing's chest, and it is just perforated with a bunch of dents that never really seems to break the alloy plating, but there's about like 50 or so of these dents that are just scattered about. You all also hear on the intercom again. It's like, please stop whatever you're doing and try and get to the closest exit gate you will find. Medical attention and other things will be provided to you in the case of necessity. And of course, you all hear the familiar voice of Mike present.
So, Phoebes, how do you think we did? As he's actually hanging out in the helicopter now.
Well, we saved a lot of people, so hopefully we did well.
Yep, I think I've still got robot bits somewhere in this suit.
All right. I'm gonna have Hayato and take him over to the exit so he can get some of that medical attention.
Yep, he's thankfully, even though he looks a lot heavier, he surprisingly weighs pretty much the same as, if anything, a slightly above an average human. So while he is a bit hefty, he's not impossible to lift on your own.
And if needed, I'll just shift my strength up a bit, make myself a little bigger so I can have the strength and girth to handle it without issue.
Hey, Reef.
Yeah, as you both climb out of the head, and you just like, yeah.
Where's our ride?
As he just kind of looks around,
Helicopter passes by.
Yeah, and
Frantically
Piranha,
waves.
You notice before this endeavor,
Nice.
before this endeavor, Coral Man looked a lot more vibrant in color, a lot darker shades of purples and blues with the occasional red. His coral looks paler. Not dead, not white, but it's starting to get that like sepia-ish tone where it's just getting uncomfortably pale.
Like a dead reef.
Faded.
You faded, that's the term.
So yeah, I frantically wave at helicopter.
All right, you
Taps on Phoebe's shoulder. points out the window to the left.
Yeah. As you see a frantically waving Piranha and what looks to be a man made of rock from this distance, just kind of both waving at you. He's like, "Oi, get your asses over here! We're stuck!"
Hey guys, Sticks his head out from the still running helicopter. Looks like we went pretty well. We're heading back to the exit gate. Good job. Starts flying away.
Wait, how? Are they within lunging distance?
Are you going to try and bite me?
I'm gonna bite onto the helicopter.
Can I hear them?
I'm assuming you hear the helicopter. I don't know if you hear anything. Anybody trying to shout over the helicopter?
I'd say you definitely hear the helicopter and see the helicopter, but you don't hear any of the conversation.
So are you guys 120 feet away from this?
That's up to Phoebe.
I mean,
Say
given-
if you... Oh, go ahead, Phoebe.
I'd say given that you're waving, I guess it depends. It depends how frantically you're waving.
Like I'm asking you to come here, waving.
Yeah, but that can easily be misinterpreted as a "oh hi there" kind of waving.
Okay.
It depends on if you're smiling.
Piranha.
Great Barrier Reef's having some issues smiling over there.
Yep.
Piranha, make me diplomacy, and Phoebe, make me
Insight.
insight?
I think it would be insight. Yeah.
Watch as somebody gets kicked over by a nat 1.
Pan, go ahead.
I don't think that worked. Please don't. Please do not hero point this. This is going to be too funny.
Safety, she's moving. She's grooving.
That looks like a victory dance.
She just looks very hyper, if anything. Let me go ahead and make a diplomacy for Mr. Coral. Yeah, he did worse. As he's just quite. You actually hear the faint noise of "Oh, you cunts, get over here!" From the Australian.
Hey Phoebe, did you hear what they said?
What?
Looks-
No. As we pass by, I'd congratulate them over the loudspeaker, assuming that they're celebrating.
Good job! Nice.
Congratulations! Nice victory dance. Is that what they're doing?
Hey, Squash, do you think they need help getting down?
Starts doing the robot. Victory dancing right back at them.
Oh, probably. Whew, this is going to be a bit tough to climb, I think. And as he says that, he just makes hold on, I need to make a conversion real quick to see.
Aaron, what's his jump? What is his jump height? What is his jump rank?
Also,
You mean his leap?
Yeah,
Also-
what's his sleep rank?
wasn't the mute French girl supposed to be in the helicopter as well?
She
I
is.
thought we dropped her off with the other people. No, she was. Yeah, she was shooting at things.
Yeah, she was. I just forgot to mention that because my dumbass forgot.
Same deal. Same deal.
Yeah,
Two
and
people doing
honestly,
victory dances at them from the helicopter.
So on that note, oh, by the way, he can jump well high enough to get there in one
What's
go.
the rank?
because,
What's the rank?
6.
He can jump.
1,800 feet.
No.
Wait,
Subtract
what?
2. Subtract 2, Aaron.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He jumps.
that's
He
still-
jumps 5. He still jumps 500 feet.
Yeah, that's the. I totally forgot that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Leaping always subtracts 2.
My bad.
Because gravity and shit.
So
Yes.
actually, at the point of you saying, "Hey guys, nice job," you see Amelie, who is up in the place with you. What the fuck do you call the part of the helicopter?
The cockpit, Aaron.
Sure, let's call that. As she just kind of squints and looks over and just kind of shakes her head with like a nervous look. But before she could really get any more, you all of a sudden see an 8-foot tall hairy man just whoop, boom, just land on top of the thing.
Just kind of follow him.
Yeah, it takes you a few jumps, but you get there relative like a bit later. Piranha, you are taken aback by sudden stinky hairy man, and Coraman is just like, fucking. It's like, hey there, guys.
Fucking hell, mate. You smell like a tit's ass.
Yeah, I know. You need
Thank
help?
you very much.
Yeah, we can't really get down. Yeah, I'd appreciate the help.
Okay. He grabs both of you in his arms. He smells rank, but he is nice, and he just kind of hops backwards.
platform.
Yeah, Johnny, as you're about to make your way up, you see falling giant.
Oh, I guess I'm not going up. I'm just falling down. And
Yeah.
you see me like in lunge position upward, reach my climax, and instead of trying to grab on, you just see me go straight down.
Yeah, and as you guys are about to reach the floor, the Sasquatch puts Coral Man on his side as he is unashamedly screaming, and just kind of shoves his fist into the robot and kind of grunts a bit in pain, but uses that to slow his descent to a safer level for his knees. As you... and you're safely on the ground.
Yay. What happened
Puts down the bolts.
What happened to our dragon?
Oh, he kind of got he points over to the now very obvious gaping hole into one of the
Safe houses.
skyscrapers. Like, yeah, he kind of got hit hard there. It's like,
Can he not for like 5 seconds?
oh shite.
Do you just roll me as landing?
Yeah, you're fine. It's just you trying to boom land right next to him as he just says, "Oh shite!" Bam.
You did a lot.
I love required secondary powers.
You did a lot of getting hurt in this
He did.
test.
I told Ryan, "Hey, I know how you're getting out of tomorrow. I know how you're getting out of next day." Proceeds to get shit beaten out of you.
Freeze get launched through 4 skyscrapers in another building.
Where even recovery girls like, "Oh, this boy gonna need a day. This boy gonna need a day. if I try to heal him full up, he's just gonna die."
Oof.
Full day bed rest, hot soup.
Full day bed rest, hot soup, court kisses. That's all he needs. Anywho, you're all start to make your way out of the exit gates, the closest ones to you. I'll say for the sake of easier bookkeeping, you all get to the same exit gate, and you all see now at this point the now human form of Hayato slung over Valentine's shoulders.
I assume he would already be on a stretcher. Like, we're just gonna show up and he's just gonna get carried by the infirmary team on a stretcher.
Pretty much, as
Well, I think due to the helicopter we got
I think
there.
we got here first.
Yeah,
oh yeah. Do you guys land a helicopter?
yeah, I'd land the helicopter.
You guys land and walk out, and Mike's like, "Nice entrance."
I mean, it beats crashing.
I don't know.
Any crash you can walk away from is a good landing.
As a guy who has gotten a helicopter crash into him, I can concur.
Mike says that exact line. It's just like, any y'all hurt?
Not us. Infirmary team.
Yeah, you see a decent amount of
Oh,
people
okay.
there. A lot of also under attendees. Some looking worse than others. In 2 other notable figures, a very small old woman who's maybe about 3 feet at best with a tight knit bun, and near her is a 7.5 foot tall dog man.
Tries to remember name. Tries to remember in character. Tries to remember name. Amelie, right?
She just kind of nods and,
Didn't she get hit in the shoulder?
oh yeah, she did, and she just kind of looks down at her arm and it's still got that pretty
We
bad.
performed basic first aid, but still.
Oh no!
And
Wait, y'all hear me?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in red for a sec. Oh no, it's flashing me in red. God damn it.
okay, fine.
Aaron, get out of the red light district.
I'm too poor for that.
It was not time for the bondage. We were too young.
Wait, too poor to get out or too poor to go?
Yes.
Got it.
Should I stay? Should I go now? Bum.
So,
Anyway, Phoebe,
yeah,
you're saying?
we had a basic first aid, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys did.
yeah. Phoebe says, "I have a decent amount of medical knowledge. If the recovery team needs any extra hands."
And as you say that, the little old woman approaches you 3. Is like, "Oh, that's much appreciated, but don't you worry. You've done enough work today." As she looks to Amelie, just smiles wide, and she puckers her lips, and then her lips proceed to reach out 2 feet from her face to plant themselves on Amelie, pull back, and 2 things happen. One, the burn on Amelie pretty much is gone, but Amelie also looks extremely more tired than she previously was. It's just like, you'll just need to rest for about a half day or so.
Not in the helmet. Not in the helmet. Not in the helmet.
What?
Trying not to throw up in the helmet.
Oh, okay. He has a sudden lips.
And then he remembers. He takes a second. Remembers he can't vomit. Oh, right.
Oof.
Hey,
Take a hero point for mental crisis. I'm kidding.
so
Figured
Pan
you were.
Pan's gonna walk up to Insert Cover Girl like, hey, I kinda, and she just kind of opens her.
What is wrong with your face? Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah. As everyone looks at Pan's face, turns out when you're like many feet deep, when in a giant mechanized Hulk, you catch a lot of shrapnel.
Is that,
Pan-
is that gingivitis or?
I say, Pan, this entire time you've been picking metal bits and fragments out of your teeth and gums.
Can I get some help here? It kind of hurts.
Oh, you need to actually get a dentist to you a bit first to pull out the chunks before I can get you.
Oh,
But don't worry,
you-
we got someone standby. As you look
You have-
behind
you
you,
have a-
about 30 feet, there's just a guy with a moderately sized pair of pliers, just with a big old
Hello?
smile on his face.
Yo,
Hi.
are you? Sound like a cutout there.
Me?
no, you're fine.
Who? And I think we're all fine.
Okay.
You see
Okay.
Pan sigh and defeatedly walk over.
You had a
Alright.
dentist on standby.
Is it? Do I get there eventually?
Oh, yeah, but yeah, since Pan said pretty much, hey, I'm here and I'm hurting, pretty much everyone gets there.
All right.
Okay.
Dragon down.
Oh.
Everyone just recovering, just kind of, oh my, just kind of scurries on over a bit. It's like, ooh, what happened?
Got hit by the Zero Bot. Got knocked through about 4 skyscrapers and landed right in front of me.
Oh,
Was about to start
wow.
healing it. Was about to start healing it myself when the buzzer went off.
He is still breathing, at least. That's good. So set him
How
down,
can-
would you?
How can you tell?
Sure thing. I'll set him down. And I just
recover-
realized you can't see my miming.
Yeah, you're good. Hopper, did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Recovery,
He's leaning over.
recovery girl looks up to you and just with a small smile. About 50 or so years in the medical business, it's pretty easy to get some tells here and there, especially for just kind of points to the Dragon Boy, especially for you youngsters. It's easy to tell what kind of injuries you get at a glance. I've been treating them for so long.
Oh.
And then she gives the foot long away kiss. And Hayato's most grievous wounds look all right, or dissipate, but many of his smaller wounds are still there. And if he wasn't unconscious before, he's unconscious now. It's like he may actually need a day or two.
Hey, Aaron, didn't I break something or blow something out trying to run? Like pushed way too hard.
I can't remember.
I know I pushed extraordinary effort trying to push my leg servos as hard as they could. Did anything blow out? I know I've been using them without rest. That's up to you, but it seems like that'd be something that breaks.
Make me a toughness roll.
Okay. Where the fuck is that sheet? I forgot to open it.
Ah, you nincompoop.
You shut up.
Okay.
I'm assuming toughness without my armor.
Yes.
Oh, good, because I forgot to add that.
Meanwhile, while that's going, nothing horrible, though you might need to get a few repairs done.
Nothing. My leg doesn't give out on, but damn if it's hard to move that one.
It's a slight to moderate limp.
Oh, great! I've been limping this whole time. Now that I've actually realized, yep, time to take the strain off the thing, and nope, that's broken.
Oh, you all right?
I mean, you can tell, can't you? You did just
Called
get
your shit out.
I do, but I figured it'd be nice enough to ask. Now hold still as she does the same kiss thing to you. Tyler, I forget. What's the thing after fatigued?
exhausted.
Oh, I'm in the red again. God damn it.
You're
oh,
fine.
nope, I'm good.
Aaron,
Well, there's
remember,
a fucking thunderstorm going outside.
I forget it. I'm assuming this didn't actually fix my problem, considering that a machine broke.
Oh yeah, true.
Did
So,
I think I just got exhausted for basically no reason to heal the minor scrapes I've got under the arm.
well, with how our quirks work, no, you actually, since it's only minor human scrapes, you'd actually be fine.
Oh.
But she kisses you. Yeah, whatever slight humanistic injuries you had are pretty much gone, but you still have the limp, and she just kind of looks over, like, that's worrying. Another stretcher over here, as another stretcher team comes up and motions you to get on.
That's nothing too. I've worked myself to exhaustion multiple times. Don't worry about it. This wouldn't be the first time I pulled a leg muscle.
Sir, we
Whatever
appreciate
happens.
concern, but please get on the stretcher.
I feel like they've already found out that it's not a pulled leg.
Right, fine, yeah, all right. He just gets up there without much issue.
Yep, and you
Ugh.
proceed to get carted away.
Of course I had to. Of course I had to push it too hard.
Don't worry, I'll get to you in a bit.
I'm still in the armor, by the way, because I can't take that off right now.
Yep. Stone,
He
you
gives
are.
just a little wave as he gets carted out.
Yep.
Mush.
Stone- Oh, you are approached by the dogman. He is a very considerably large fellow, and he says, "Hey, nice job out there."
Thank you.
Say, I've been having an eye on you and your pops for a while now. It's nice to see that you're still picking up where you left off. Good to see you. But on that note, he kind of lowers to your level and lowers his voice. It's like, you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Say, cause technically you're not supposed to be saying these kind of things, but I was in the observation room where we all get to see y'all in action, and when that one bot said your father's name, you looked a little rough there.
It's sensitive topic. I was just fortunate to have a disposable asset in front of me.
I know, but when you get in UA, and I know you will at this rate, I'm the guidance counselor, and feel free to drop by my office anytime. Woof. He makes like an unintentional woof noise in his throat and just kind of, excuse me.
Your concerns appreciated. Everything's still very recent, so there are going to be some sore subjects.
And everyone will be here helping you out. And as you all are making general small talk amongst yourselves, and whether it be about the fights you've had or the people you saved, you all hear the unmistakable voice of, "Wow, these are the new hopefuls, are they?" And you all look to that general direction, and you see the man, the myth, the legend, All Might.
You can't use
That
the
was
radio
right.
mic voice for All Might.
You used the wrong voice, Aaron.
Wait, that was?
You
gotta
used
go
the perfect
deeper.
mic voice.
You've got to go deeper.
Whoa, these are the. Well,
You-
these are the hopefuls.
So these are the
they?
hopefuls.
God damn it.
So these are the new hopefuls, are they?
Fear not, for I am here. That's so dumb.
Unfortunately, Aaron has a very high-pitched voice by default. All right, Bane. Is this why you needed a voice changer, Aaron?
You only appreciate who I was before I put on the mask.
You know, that was almost an All Might voice until, like, the mask. Like, it was a very subdued All Might, which doesn't work well, but it was almost the right tone.
Well, no, they're subdued. It's when he's
Right.
deflated.
But she's not right now because he hasn't had his game-breaking injury yet, apparently.
Yep. You all see the #1 hero, giant ass fucking, I don't even know what to call them, reverse bangs as they just kind of point up to the sky. Big bright
Antenna?
smile. Sure, we'll call them hair antenna. And bright blue eyes that are clearly visible in his hero outfit. It's like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna attempt it.
That's fair.
Accidentally present mics again.
Oh.
Who lives in under the
me,
sea?
me.
You.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do the Adam's apple thing. Anyway,
You got an imagination.
you don't have imagination. Fuck, I'll hire the voice actor for this one thing. It'll be $700, but it'll be authentic. God damn it!
It is going to be more than 700. Know it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's gonna be 700 a minute.
It's going to be 700 a word.
700 plus shipping and handling. As he basically, as he begins to speak, it's like, you all did a very fine job out there, and I have to say, I am very proud of you all. Even for the, I swear, there's always the students that go after the 0-point bots, and I always have to admire that. The dedication, the gutspa, and you, points to you, Pan Piranha.
Me?
Very nice work. I'm sure the Shark family would be very proud.
Oof.
A mix of oof and admire.
Yeah.
I'm being
Oops, and-
acknowledged, but I'm like, God, thank you so much. It means the world.
It's the classic All Might of where he congratulates you, but accidentally underhands you at the same time.
But you know he didn't intend it, so.
No, yeah.
It was meant to be wholesome, I swear.
Young Pamela!
Oh no.
Excellent work, young Pamela.
Thank-
And to everyone here, a job well done. The scores will be in within 12 to 24 hours, and you will get a letter in the mail designating what class you are in. Of course, not saying all of you are getting accepted into UA, but for those who have, congratulations to you all. And yes, I'm here to give truth to a rumor. In my spare time, I will be subbing. And with that note, a lot of the students are kind of cheering and basically pretty much saying, holy shit, All Might is a teacher.
Ow, my ears. That was so loud I can't see.
Mentally, I'm cheering, thinking, oh my gosh! If I get a bit of his DNA,
If only
That
I
would
had
be-
a single hair.
that would be a massive force multiplier.
Eat this, young Valentine.
No.
Honestly, I just need to shake his hand to get a couple skin skulls.
Regardless, after a bit more of basically big old PR talk and flexing one more time before heroically hopping away,
Topper is stuck lying down, didn't see anything. He caught the top of the hair, but didn't actually see anything.
but you heard.
How could I not?
I got directly acknowledged.
Yep.
I got lost in the crowd again. Damn it.
Speaking of Hopper, as you're getting carted away, you recognize a familiar face and a familiar voice. Like, don't worry, guys, I got him. Just clear out. And the infirmary people are confused at first, look up, kind of nod, and walk out. And Hopper, you see your
Handler.
handler, yes,
Temporary parent.
temporary parent. It's like, so you got your leg pretty banged up.
Temperate.
Hey, nobody hit me.
Temperance, God damn it, Max.
Yeah, don't worry, Ma. Nobody hit me.
Just saying, you gotta be a bit more careful about pushing yourself like that.
It was either that or someone gets hurt.
I know.
Somebody was already hurt. Needed to get him somewhere.
I can't stop you. And I was able to see a bit of your action. Honestly, I didn't blame you, but still, we got to try and keep this low, you know?
Teachers not know? You never told me anything.
We'll discuss this more later. We're
Great.
going to get you home.
Great. Another night on the table.
It's been worse. I've had to fix worse of you. You know that.
Yeah.
Anyone want to make me a perception check?
I would be more lost in thought after the conversation with Doggo.
Yep.
Wow, Safety.
Piranha, you were almost there, but you didn't. Oh God, excuse me.
Not quite.
Didn't quite make it. Not quite. No one sees Hopper gets not carted off because that implies
He is leaning on someone though.
yeah, gets walked away with this strange figure, a strange man. And
Wait, I said Ma. Whoops. Was I not supposed to say that?
she just kind of shrugs, like it happens.
Oof.
Honestly, with enough makeup and a decent amount of clothes, I can be a mother.
You got the hair for it.
Yep. Haircuts are a waste of money.
You're just missing the rack, that's all.
You're not the one that comes over his head.
No, he takes care of his hair. He just never gets it cut. He's kind of like Logan. Just long ass ponytail.
I was gonna say Roz.
I mean Roz too.
But
Yeah.
that's the one I know.
Yeah. Say Tyler knows Roz. Two Tennesseans know Logan. The other two have no fucking clue what I'm talking about either way.
I think 80's hair.
I would say Fabio, but that might be a little bit out of their age range.
We all know Fabio.
Who's Fabio?
Most of us know Fabio.
He's a communist.
Possibly.
I mean, I've heard the name Fabio. I don't know who that is.
I know the stereotypes, and that's about it.
Anyway, after many congratulations, many medical treatment, and general just checking up on you, all return to either your actual homes, any hotels that were or hotel rooms that were given to you momentarily, or for a specific case of shelter. You all retire and get a decent amount of sleep after a meal.
Just
I say-
because it's a machine doesn't mean I can't feel it. Stop twisting.
Yeah, no, this nut's a little loose and just
I'm
It's
Go ahead,
not
Colin.
the right leg anyway.
I'll be spending my night on the internet, looking up a good place to set up my whole organ donation shtick. Looking through it.
maybe an investigation.
Okie doke.
Saying this is a routine check if you want to take a 10. Okay.
All right.
I thought people didn't get paid for organ
Looking through it.
donations.
Just to give you a little hook. Jakku Hospital. That looks pretty prestigious. Yeah. Words. Jakku General Hospital.
Okay.
I just Facebooked you a bit on
Oh.
the hook there.
I thought you didn't get paid for organ donations. Like it's just a charity thing.
You got paid for the time.
You don't get paid for your time.
Yeah, actually, I never really mentioned it, and I didn't really bring it up because, Anime Universe already part of the backstory, but legally speaking, in the real world, you don't
get paid. And you don't get paid a living wage on the black market either, because you get paid through like 3 different middlemen, so you get maybe $1,000 an organ. If you're lucky.
My thought process is I'd finagle it in the same vein as you could.
It's illegal. Like the doctor can lose his license over it for accepting organs. it gets you fired and or court-martialed and or like put in prison for life,
Yeah.
But
thanks to international law, or at least U.S. law. I didn't check if that act was U.S. or national.
Yeah, but this is a fantasy world.
This is
Yeah.
a fantasy world. That's why I didn't mention anything. I just researched it because
Yes, Aaron.
what?
Thought you were trying to say something.
Oh, I was saying, like, well, regardless, is like it's already been confirmed. I will say that there is some legal gray area, but on within the past 20 or so years, it's been on the more up and up. But there are still moments of people losing licenses for mishandled organs. But it's still
filing it
illegal.
as what it actually is.
That, Valentine's very upfront. It's like, oh yes, here are your 50 kidneys. I made them myself, and
Oh, oh yeah, fully willing to demonstrate the process.
it's like, hey, my name's Valentine. Pleasure to meet you. You shake your hand. You feel a squish. You pull back. It's a kidney.
Shakes hand, feel a couple beats. Holy shit, there's heart there. Hey, careful. Keeping your heart in your sleeve there. People might take advantage of that.
Eh.
Okay. Regardless, you all get a place of relative safety where you can all sleep, whether it be a home, hotel, shelter, whatever.
Can I do one thing?
Oh, yep, you can. Say anyone wants to do a slight thing before I move on to the morning of. You can.
Okay. Mine's a sad thing, so. Whoops.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I go and visit my father's grave.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's been a rough day.
Roll for sad.
That'd be a toughness check, right?
It's a willpower check.
No, it's a willpower check.
I think I'm good.
God damn. You managed to keep a stiff upper lip for dear old dad.
I'm sorry, Dad. I almost lost my temper again today. Proceeds to tell him about my test and goes home and sleeps in somberness.
Oh, man. It reminds me of the Facebook video where the dude is at his friend's grave, like talking casually to him, like about how he bought a PS5 or PS4. Like, fuck, man, that hurt me. That hurt me a little.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, no, this is a regular occurrence with my character.
Yep. Piranha and Phoebe, you two wanting to do anything?
I sleep in a fish tank.
Phoebe will attempt to invent a basic force field device.
In a homeless shelter.
I have all the tools.
Mm.
I can make all the tools, rather.
How do you make inorganic materials from organic materials?
Yes.
Because that's one of the old limits on Momo's quirk, is that she can't make organic objects.
Well, no, Momo can make organic materials.
She makes organic, not inorganic.
No, she could definitely make inorganic because she's
Yeah.
definitely made
I
a
read
pair
that.
of
I swear
infrared.
I swear I
hold
read
on.
that it was inorganic.
She
So-
summoned a
no.
fucking cannon.
When she first introduced herself, she said that she couldn't make organic materials, but she later clarified that wasn't true. Like, she actually can make organic materials. She just can't make anything that's living. If it's still alive, she can't make it. So she could make a dead fish, but not a living one.
Ugh, gross. The senior prank of this year is like, why is this room filled with dead goldfish?
So if she made like a plate of sushi, would it be considered cannibalism?
I mean, it technically just be eating for the sake of eating as you're netting nothing.
Yeah.
I
Well, I'm
misread
talking
the
about for
whoops.
someone
I think
else.
I read non-living as not inorganic for some reason. Whoops, my bad.
Anyway, so I guess go ahead and make me a technology check.
I'm just looking at the inventor rules just to make sure that I have them right. If I can find them.
Here, let me look it up. Inventor.
They're down in equipment.
Of expertise might also be applicable.
You can use technology skill to create inventions. See inventing, page 211.
Yeah, it's down in the gadgets area.
I love that I was.
Inventing. Characters with the inventor advantage can create inventions can create inventions, which are temporary devices. To create an invention, the inventor defines its effects and its cost in PowerPoints. This cost is used for the necessary skill checks and determines the time required to create the invention. Inventions are subject to the same power level limits as other effects in the series. You must make a design check. This is a technology skill check the GM should make in secret. The DC is 10 plus the invention's total PowerPoint cost, including all modifiers except removable, which does not apply to inventions as they are temporary by nature. Designing an invention requires an hour's work per PowerPoint of the invention's cost. You can make a routine check to design an invention. You can reduce the rank of the design. You can reduce the rank of the design's time, taking a -5 circumstance penalty on the check for each -1 ranking reduction. So 10 plus the cost, and for every for every point it costs, it takes an hour.
Okay, well, I'm trying to add toughness, and
I'm assuming it's sustained toughness.
actually, I just realized I was going to do a different invention first.
Okay, shoot.
So I'm going to do the neural interface circlet first.
Bear in mind, whatever you make is temporary.
Yes,
It can be used once in the scene, and that's it.
but
Yep.
I'm also
You're going to spend the points on it later.
yeah, I'm vaguely limiting myself so that like I can't just pull random things out of my.
To be fair, this stuff takes godly amounts of time.
And with starting school soon, you're gonna
Well,
need free time to study and socialize.
That
And
is
you have a night.
that is exactly why I am doing this one first, because this one is how I'm going to justify quickness to mental.
You didn't just take quickness inventing for like fast inventions.
I mean,
That's
I don't.
That's
my-
quick thinking in a nutshell. There are
my-
characters that have that.
My character doesn't have any. My character's quirk doesn't affect her mind at all.
Powers are not just quirks or superpowers. A lot of characters have stuff like vaulting, which is level 1 leaping, which is just being really acrobatic, or a bunch of quick thinking because they're just really fast thought because it's a comic book and stuff's not always realistic, even for normal humans.
So if you want, when you get the PowerPoints for it, which I believe I already gave you all 5, you can make the investment in that quick thinking deal.
For now, I think we should probably leave this roll to later, to be honest.
And if you limit your quick thinking to inventing,
Well-
it's really, really cheap.
I don't have to roll anyway for inventing this, but I will invent the quick thinking for inventing thing.
Saying, so do you want to do that tonight?
Yeah.
All right. How many points?
Let's see. It's quick thinking for limited to inventing is 1 point for 2 ranks.
It's 1 point for 3 ranks because you have
3
limited specifically to inventing. If you're limiting it to just all mental tasks, then it's -1. If you're limited just to inventing and nothing else ever, it's -2, which puts you at 3 points per rank, or 3 ranks per point.
Okay. So at 3 ranks per point, I'm going to invent.
Are you just buying this with your PowerPoints? Like, are you just buying this with the 5 points, or are you actually doing the inventing check to make it?
I want to do the inventing check. I'm not going to actually roll because I.
Oh no, I rolled the design.
Well, I mean, it says you can do design as a
routine.
So I mean, I don't want it rolled anyway. I just want to take the 21 for technology.
All right.
I have a +11 in technologies, and so a 21 is going to get me up to like what 11 points spent, which
Yes.
is.
Bear in mind, the thing will break the
many
next
ranks?
set. The thing will break when you use it.
Yeah, but I might as well take the biggest one, and then I can use it once, and I can buy it later.
Yeah, the oh shit button. Regardless, you spend many hours on that. You aren't able to complete it unless you want to avoid sleep.
I will sleep. I'll spend more hours on it later.
All right. So I was saying you get about 4 hours in out of the 11 hours needed,
All right.
and then bedtime. But now on to the morning of. Let me do some math real quick before I say anything else.
I think I'm just going to skip sleep.
Oh yeah, because you don't need sleep. I forgot.
I don't
Wait.
sleep nearly as much as a normal person. I can go at least 2 days without actually getting tired. anything. Thanks to Fortitude. Just going over all the stuff for the first day. Again, I'm nervously waiting for the letter to arrive. Did I get disconnected or something?
No,
No, you're
you're
good. I'm just.
Hear you.
Okay.
I marked down a lot of stuff you guys did, and I'm just now doing the math for it all.
Okay.
Okay. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves if you wish. I'm just counting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sad dad time, sleep.
actually, now that I think about it, maybe I should just make the version that costs 4 hours. That'd still be a lot of quickness. And then I could actually get it done in the one night.
I mean, if you're trying to make, did you already spend your 5 points from this session, from this last session?
I didn't spend the 5 points, but I already know where I want to put them, and I'm planning on using variable to do the quickness crafting. I wanted to invent it first before I can just pull it out with variable, because my character needs to know what she's making.
Then just do the design check. Don't make the actual inventing check. Just design.
I don't plan on doing the inventing check, just the design.
Oh,
but
then-
design takes a lot of time too.
Did design take a lot of time? Hang on, I'm checking. Oh, yep. Requires an hour's work per point. Then design then just do the 1 hour. Okay, I designed a thing that can do this. Time to amp it up with my power.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll do that.
You just design the first rank of something if you intend to use your power to buy it. If you intend to actually build the physical copy, you might want to amp it up in
Yeah.
real life. But yeah.
Yeah, I do intend to just use my variable for actually using it. I just wanted to know how to make it first.
So so you actually have a bit of time if you wanted to do something else, I guess. So it takes an hour, but that might just mean more sleep.
Actually, I could design that and the toughness so that I can use both.
Yep, toughness that's in like an hour as well, since that's just sustained toughness.
Yeah, so I'll just take both of those. With 2 hours work. Or less than 2 hours work if I got the first one done and then used variable to make a better version of it. But either way, I'm not going to bother to do too many things in one night.
So we're just gonna skip to the next night, or the thing.
No,
I
I'm
think he
just-
was adding a thing up. So,
Doing math.
Tyler.
Hmm?
On Wrecking Ball Jr., I have enhanced strength for
Yes.
when I'm in my alternate mode. It says you can use things like extra effort on that, if I read that correctly.
Yeah, basically what that is, there is an extra effort power called. One of the ways you can use extra effort is to bump up a power's rank by 1 with no regard for power level limits. So if you had like enhanced agility a la Spider-Man, you could use extra effort to buff your agility, which you normally can't do.
Okay.
You can also use extra effort to create an alternate effect of a power. So if you needed to just lift a ton of stuff, not necessarily exert a lot of like overall strength, you can use extra effort to create an alternate effect of your enhanced strength power that switches it over to power lifting, which is only 1 point per rank instead of 2, so it jacks up your lifting to insane degrees.
Okay.
But as a consequence, power inhibitors work on it, and if you are knocked unconscious, or since enhanced powers are sustained, or enhanced traits of some sort are just sustained, if you are for some reason unable to maintain that free action, like you're stunned or you're knocked unconscious or something like that, the power turns off.
Okay.
Which doesn't really impact strength that much, since if you can't take actions, you can't use strength. But if all your toughness is in enhanced stamina, your toughness and fortitude just take a nosedive as soon as that power gets turned off.
Yeah. Well, like, some of it is, some of it isn't. I got a good balance between them, but it's just one of those things I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Strength is one of those things where the buffing up version isn't that useful because you can already use extra effort to increase your strength. but using it as an alternative effect could be useful if you can think of something for that you need
Alright.
the points for.
I believe I got the math mostly correct.
Unless it's permanent, in which case any permanent power cannot be extra efforted.
So,
Okay.
we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. All the morning of, for those who want to wake up bright and early, you do, but the letter doesn't arrive until about lunchtime, about noonish. You all receive a letter, and there is nothing within the letter itself, nothing but a little SD card that says "Play Me."
Should I play it? Plugs it into one of the lab computers.
Do I have anything that has an SD card?
Shit.
Pop it into my phone.
I pull out some manner of portable device, probably like a tablet or something with an SD card port.
I will say, for the sake of it, you all have some sort of technology. At the technology level of MHA, pretty much everyone has the fucking capability of having something that can hold an SD card and able to have that device play audio and video. Regardless, you all get it, and up comes what blinks into life on your screen, whatever it may be, is All Might in his hero costume, standing proudly amidst what looks to be a mock stage of some variety. It almost looks like a game show type deal, which is how gaudy it is. But he stands in the middle, is like, "Congratulations, young student." He says your guys' name within the actual recordings for who it was sent to. "You have not only been approved for UA Academy, but have gotten yourself a one-way ticket within Class 1A. Woo!
Visible excitement as I am.
Here-
Visibly pales.
Yes, here are all the scores, and from top down, only counting the first 10, Tib Valentine with 55 points, mostly in rescue. Ali at 50, mostly in rescue. Alex Bada with points with 47 points, more even between rescue and combat. Luca Olet at 44 with mainly kills. Shiomota Ichio with even kills and rescue. Shime Kiyanori at 38 with more kills or more rescues than kills. Pamela Shark at 34 with more kills than, or with actually even kills and rescues. Oh, whoops! I have Tib Valentine on here twice.
You fucking
Missed that
amoeba.
Who has the duplication quirk?
Mr. Kai Jotaro at 31 with mostly kills. Hayato at 30 points with a decent amount, with a mix of kills and rescue points, and Amelie Cordier at 29 points with there being mostly rescue.
So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a happy dance in my room because not only did I get into UA, not only did I get into Class 1A, but I got the top score on the entrance exam.
Yeah.
I'm guessing since I didn't hear my name anywhere else, the one that I missed, 50.
Oh,
was
my
me.
bad. Yeah, Phoebe Grilly, 50 points.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
thought
didn't even make top 10.
Wait, did I? Oh, wait.
Did you mathed it wrong?
I mathed. Sorry, the insert is not there.
Post the list after this so we can look at it later too.
Really fueling the rivalry with putting us first and second.
How did I get third?
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize.
How did I get third?
I'm like,
Wrecking Ball at 32 points with mainly kills. So you are 8th, Wrecking Ball.
Room to grow.
That's fair. I only punch things.
Hayato got a cool 30.
You still beat the dragon
He also got KO'd.
twice.
Take some real cojones to square up with a 0-point robot.
Looks at the Class 1A thing. Looks at his name, number 3. Turns back to his big air quotes parents. So what was that about overdoing it again?
Just kind of looks as like, shit.
He looks visibly terrified. You didn't. Weird that a cyborg had the blood drain from his face, but it happened.
The video continues going. Congratulations to every student on this list and to all the students that have got accepted in any of our classes, whether it be 1A or all the way to 1F or in the support classes or managerial classes. Every single one of you are going to make the hero world greater than it ever was before, and I can't wait to see it with my own eyes. Now, this is a special offer for all of those who get inside. We have recently put in a larger expansion and more of a focus on our dorms. So anyone who has gotten into
He actually
UA,
does stop and he stops. Snaps tries to remember.
yes, he does. Except the snaps make slight reverberations in the room because he's fucking All Might.
Something falls over in the background.
Yep, it's one of the prop and the things on stage is kind of click. It's like anyone who wishes to can stay in our luxurious UA dorms free of charge, and don't worry, they are separated by male and female, so no worries about he gives like a very fatherly ha chuckles integration.
Laughs and lesbian.
Laughs and lesbian.
Giggles and gay.
Monotones and asexual.
Chomps
Damn
and
it!
fish.
There's no form of laughing that starts with an A.
Asphyxiant, asexual.
Auditories.
She picked the dullest one. Auditory reverberations in asexual.
Audibly asexual.
Panics and pansexual. Anyway, enough jokes.
Bites and fish. Anyway. So, and do not worry about your uniforms. They should be on the way already, and first day of class starts tomorrow. So congratulations to all you hopefuls. Can't wait to see you in heroics. And he just gives that cheesy big thumbs up to the camera where his teeth gleam, and then the feed cuts.
Oh yeah.
About an hour or two later, you all get a separate package, and when you open it up, it is a uniform in your size.
He looks behind him. His head's creaking. So, do the teachers know?
Oh, yeah.
You go through the uniform thing first.
Yeah. Your parental unit just, quote unquote, just the principal knows as well as he just kind of thinks to himself
The homeroom teach?
What was that, Tyler?
The homeroom teach?
The principal knows, the guidance counselor knows, homeroom teacher knows, and now the nurse, as she was actually asking about it yesterday. But that's about it.
Okay.
Though I imagine the more perceptive teachers of the school will probably be a bit more inquisitive and
Exactly. Don't push it.
you know your limits.
No one's life is in danger this time. And no, I don't.
You know most of your limits.
I do, but I don't. But we've been over this. I don't know how I do this stuff. I just do it.
I know. Just don't. Well, but now that you're in 1A and you got a schedule upcoming soon, you'll be able to focus on that more, and maybe you'll figure yourself out along the way.
Right. It's
Just
dorms. Bad idea or good idea?
that's
Staying
up to
forever.
you.
If something breaks.
Then come home or tell the people that do know, and they can fix you.
Guess the shop teacher's gonna find out. May have
Just
given,
go ahead, Tyler.
may have given the wrong cover story the first day.
Just remember to make friends.
Yeah, just like home.
Just kind of gives a soft sigh and then holds up the uniform. I think the sleeves are a bit long, but other than that,
If anything, they're probably a little short. I think the metal added an inch or two.
all of you also get uniforms, even a uniform that fits you, Mr. Stone, just perfectly so. And Pamela, you get a extra little thing in your package, as along with the uniform that appears to be what looks to. I'm bad at describing it. You know the bull shark from My Gym Partner's a Monkey.
I got
You get
the
a less-
fucking the headphone
You get a
things.
less obtuse version of that.
Oh my gosh!
You get earbuds instead of a giant headset.
It's fucking AirPod water breather.
I can breathe.
They condense the air. They condense the moisture in the air into little pockets of water. That way you can just whenever you.
Basically.
And
Yep.
I was also going to say that before the uniforms arrive, before they've had the chance to, right after watching the video, Phoebe will make a uniform and a mirror and start trying it on.
as you are sent the uniform.
It's last year's version.
Probably.
I was actually meant to Google MHA uniforms and just put a picture in. I spelled uniform wrong. God damn it.
They're just blue and white.
Those are the gym uniforms. The normal uniforms look like are gray.
Oh yeah, the gray suit and tie.
Copy and paste. That's the wrong picture, but it works.
Close enough.
I meant to get
Yep.
just a picture of fucking Deku in his shirt, but fuck it. You get 5 dudes.
Just replace the pants with a skirt, and you got the girl's uniform.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should get the girl version as well.
Yeah.
And splat.
I was about to say, we've seen the male uniform now.
There you go.
All right.
Not bad. Gray and green.
And the gym uniforms are the more popular blue tracksuits with the white. You
Looks at
will
the
be
blue
getting
tracks. Looks
you
at
will-
the. Oh, you get those. Okay.
you will be getting those later. They're also unisex, so don't worry.
That's nice. Activates armor. Nothing tears. Okay, now that's weird. Are you sure the uniform designer doesn't know?
We have some people on the inside.
I think
To be
you're
fair,
more-
they probably deal with a lot of size changing quirks. So
do they deal with a person who's just like they do deal with somebody who forms armor out of their body, probably. Your armor grows. My armor will shred clothing if it's not properly made. It
Anime
shreds
elastics are hella
me.
good.
It shreds me if I put it on, because it literally pops out from under his skin.
I hope
So
the-
you basically Wolverine your armor.
The skin moves out of the way, but yes.
I hope the uniforms aren't too durable, because I kind of my power kind of relies on the things I
I mean,
create
most of the
being able
time.
to break
I mean,
through.
we shouldn't be fighting in our uniforms anyway.
Fair enough.
But if you do, at the end of the day, they're just clothes, and if you want them to tear, you can tear them.
All right.
It's just it'll take a concentrated. Regardless,
Yeah, at least it looks good. Pulls the
Yeah.
armor back.
you all were wanting to just skip ahead to tomorrow.
Yep.
I had things I wanted to do during the day.
All right, go
While
ahead.
you do that, I'm gonna do something else real quick.
I
Sorry about
guess-
the minute.
I guess in the probably spend the hour in between the arrival of the notice and the arrival of the uniforms, just putting on some music and doing some victory dancing. It's like happy victory dancing.
Ah, yes, you are you are doing the Nyan dance.
Once the uniforms uniforms arrived, I'll give it a try, pack it back up, go out and treat myself to a nice lunch, and then head over to that hospital to at least set the groundwork for the organ shtick, assuming the laws allow it.
You are able to set up groundwork, especially since you can prove that, hey, I'm legit because I just got 1A. You aren't able to do any transactions or stuff today, as it's a very busy day at the hospital, as there was a large fight going on in the city with some thug who can grow up to 200 feet in size. You know, the usual.
I'll offer to donate any organs they need right that moment for free, just to prove I'm legit.
They need 3 spleens.
Alrighty. I'll just wait until they get the coolers and grow them up, and then just reach in and pop them out.
You hear an audible in the room as you are making spleens, and it just appears to be one of the patients who has a light stomach.
To be fair, I make them inside my body and then just blorp my hand in to pull them out.
Still,
I don't just like grow a bunch of spleens outside my body.
no,
That
I
would
know
be
that,
hilarious,
Okay.
though.
but you are still just like, oh, here's a spleen. Bloop.
I just imagine your character like opening up a trench coat and there's a bunch of spleens on the inside.
It's like the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
What you buying? What you selling?
All right. With that set up, I'm going to go treat myself to a nice, authentic sushi dinner.
All right, you all celebrate how you do, and have a day of celebration with family and friends, such and such. And
Family and friends.
A day of celebration with the people at the homeless shelter.
yeah, if you want.
Snarkily texting at my sisters who never even made it that close to 1A, whether alone actually got in. How they're dumb bitches and I win.
You get a stern talking to from your mother as not to be nice to your sisters, but also in the same motherly tone says, "Good job, honey. I'm proud of you. You're
All
doing the
might call
family
my
proud."
name out.
Yeah, and your dad just talks shit to your sisters the entire time.
She ain't even a shark, but she was better than you two.
I remember
She
back
ain't
in
a shark, but she's got more bite than the both of you.
Oh God, is your dad just a fishy endeavor?
He is.
Oh no.
Hammerhead is not. Has no chill.
Wait, then where's your scar?
Well, the scar would have came from the mother.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't
Anyway.
intend to make superhero brats, but he did anyways.
Regardless, the black sheep piranha of the family aside. That's fucking funny, black sheep piranha.
I'm just gonna work off the excitement because the excitement finally hit him. That oh crap, I made it into 1A. Wait, I'm in 1A?
And Phoebe would probably send word to her parents in Ireland.
Mom, set up the gym. I gotta do something or else I'm gonna maybe blow up.
They get the gym
It's
set up
the
for
most
you.
genuinely excited he's probably been in a long time.
Oh yeah, and they are beaming as. Oh wow, that got louder all of a sudden.
We should
Okay.
probably
all the fancy acrobatics.
cut
Yeah,
to the actual day.
Yep, and Phoebe, you send your message however you send it to your folks. It's probably going to take them a while to respond back, but they probably did get the message. Just makes dead messenger pigeon. Ah, shit, right.
Makes robotic messenger pigeon.
Fly,
Everything's
you
talk.
abomination.
Fly,
I mean-
my steampunk bird.
I'd imagine since they're poor, Phoebe probably sent them an email, but they can't check it until they go to the library at some point and use the library computer.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you just didn't make tech for them before you left.
I mean, they would probably have tech, but they wouldn't have internet.
Yeah.
What's Phoebe gonna
Surprised you
do?
just didn't invent the internet for them before you left.
Yeah, just make a
How
cell
dare you.
tower and a phone plan for him. For fuck's sake, Phoebe.
They don't
Get your
have
shit
they don't have the land to hold all that stuff.
Look, just eat all the potatoes your family grows and make an antenna
They don't have enough land. Where would I put the antenna?
in the house.
Bold of you to assume.
Bold of you to assume I have a house.
Bold of you to assume I have room for an antenna in my house. It's too full of other things.
Bold of you to assume that this shack isn't made out of 600 different potato sacks. Potato sacks of iron.
It's not going to wash away in a flood, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
But they don't make great vodka either, though.
Oh well.
you all make it to the next day. None of you get horrifically ambushed and traumatized in your sleep.
Crashes
I
face
guess
first into a wall after botching a jump.
I'll spend my night fiddling around with the wrecking ball and fast hands DNA I got.
Cool.
Wait, when did you get my DNA?
When I healed you.
Right. You're gonna find some fun stuff there.
Man,
Looking at
congratulations, Valentine. You got the sad parts of Johnny's DNA.
All you got is crippling depression.
Hashtag genetic disease.
But you did get the fast
You did-
fingers, so you can fix that depression real quick.
Shut the fuck up, Pat. Go to your
My ex-
room.
My experience makes it worse.
Oh, yeah, that-
5 minutes after.
Okay,
That post.
shush,
Yes.
Shush. Let Colin speak.
work on
Sorry.
trying to combine the two into like an effective like drill hand arrangement.
All right. Feel free
like-
to.
Like what
I feel like you could do
what-
that by
what was-
default.
what was what was not Sela. What was the fast handley's name?
Chino.
Chino, that was it. Yeah, I remember how she just hand stabbed it, but her hand really hurt. So couple that with some of Wrecking Ball's armor to make a more effective version.
So
So-
you.
It's significantly weaker than either of them, but at least it's something.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
was there like an agreement to start calling it fast hands instead of fast fingers?
Yes.
Was that what it was called? I didn't even know what the quirk was.
Yeah, that,
Oh no, I
believe,
legitimately forgot it was Fast Fingers.
yeah, I believe we were originally told that the quirk was called fast fingers.
It
It's a good old
is.
five-
man.
it's a good old
And I'm
5-finger
sticking
discount.
with it. Regardless, y'all make it to the next morrow, and y'all have to wake up a bit earlier than usual, cause school time, baby.
Good alarm. Accidentally slaps it too hard. Button flies off.
Yes, Hopper makes the classic "I'm gonna be late" carries entire loaf of bread in mouth as he runs out the door.
I do the same, but it's a whole stink.
Oh my god, I just pulled an art. I set 20 alarms and somehow I'm still running late.
Due to being poor, Phoebe has to be relatively on it, so she wakes up on time.
Oh yeah, I'll head out early. Just like dump my breakfast down a horribly widened jaw, and take my leave.
Oh fuck, I'm late.
Just walking out the door. Coming through. Guy cycles past at high speed.
No, I just imagine cutesy Tim Valentine's like, oh shit, I'm late, and just Eldritch Abomination mauls all the food in and then runs off. Just-
Also, if Phoebe can make the time for it and find where to go for it, she'd stop by Mom Cop and say something before going to the school.
Gangway.
Make me What's a good skill for that? I'd say
Straight,
investigation. but let me...
streetwise.
Streetwise.
That is a skill.
Streetwise is a skill.
It's roughly equivalent to like city knowledge / common city. Like it's city knowledge basically.
You mean
Being
like
able to find being able to navigate a city easily.
I would just roll
Or
jack of all
figure it.
trades, like so general intelligence.
Yeah, probably. Unless you have investigation, then maybe you can do that.
I mean, I have jack of all trades. I don't have investigation, but it would amount to
The same
what's
thing.
that either way. Yeah.
Honestly, I would just toss her the cop because like that's just funny.
Yes. Throws cop
Sure,
at you.
and then just create a random complication of running late later, if they take too long.
As you run out the shelter to try and find Mom Cop, you actually bump into her. I will say. Oh, hey there.
Oh, hi. I made it into the school.
Really? Well, congrats. I'm sure the support team would love to have you.
Oh. Thanks for showing me this place.
No problem. I always I do my best to help the kids around here. As much as this place has gotten better over the years, poverty's still pretty rough. And those fucking vagabonds don't really help.
Well, I guess I should probably get going anyway. Can't be late to my first day in 1A.
Oh, you got there. Nice. Well, I'll ask details later if we ever do meet up. But you go on, get on now, and between you and me, you can make a bicycle and get your way on there, and I'll look away. And she gives you a slight wink before walking off.
Bicycle rides on past.
Ring,
Running late.
Oh yeah.
Screeches to a halt.
I feel like
Maybe.
I feel like I should roll insight to see if I interpreted bicycle as motorcycle.
Do you have a driver's license?
Go ahead and roll insight. Nope. So Hopper,
What
as
is
you
with
turn around-
with your rolls today?
Assuming she meant bicycle, I probably pull out a motorcycle.
So, Hoppers, you turn around and say, "Hi, Phoebe." Just fucking Phoebe just blorps out a Harley Davidson and just.
I mean, she said she'd look the other way.
Do you have a license?
You don't need
I
a
mean,
license.
I
It's
think
poop.
I think I was assuming that she was saying she'd look the other way about the license.
And as you begin to drive off, Mom comes back like, "I meant Reagan." Oh, kid.
I'll tell her. Speeds up.
I don't think you can
Right
catch her.
alongside-
I'm
right
legitimately.
alongside speed limit.
Regardless, you all
Normal bicycle. Cop said.
make it to UA proper, whether by hopping, running, motorcycling, or taking public transportation like a normal
Bicycle.
fucking human being.
Bicycle.
You're welcome.
I took a bicycle, you fuck.
I know, I know. I'm talking about Phoebe specifically, but all of you guys doing the anime shit in Stone's just like, one
Bust.
hand on the top of the train, looking at his phone in either hand. It's like, yep.
No. I took transportation. I'm from Japan. I know the laws.
That's why I took a fucking bicycle. That and I don't have a driver's license.
Oh, someone died.
It was
Oh,
like a robot.
The music.
Okay.
Also, I was gonna mention the. I remember at one point. I don't remember if you were there. We looked up the actual like. Me and someone looked up the actual MHA, like what the actual laws were on the powers, and it's just you can't show them off. You're able to use them outside of the school. You just can't show them off without a license.
Define show them off.
Basically, you can't like
it like
publicly. You can't publicly demonstrate your power.
Okay, so use it in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually have volume 1 of the Vigilante comic, and or manga, and I'm really wanting to get more of it, but I can't find any of the volumes. Anywho,
Oh well, then
The internet is a wonderful place.
I'll tell you where to pirate later. Anyways.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
if that was the case, then that would mean I would not legally be able to do the whole organ donation thing.
Yep.
Well, you could do it. You just can't like publicly demonstrate the power.
observe as
It would have to be-
Valentine just stands in the middle of the street and kidneys start falling out of her lady.
How
It would-
public is
It would have to be.
donating vital organs and then regrowing them in the operating room.
It would have to be like a closed room kind of thing. Like you'd have to just be dealing with certain people.
You get 0 credit for this.
Semantics aside.
You get 0 credit and probably not a huge amount of pay, but still.
Semantics aside. Shut the fuck up.
No, you.
Well, whatever the specifics, I would make sure my donations are in line with the law.
Twats, shut up.
Hey, cat. Only I can do that. You can only do that if I give you permission, Miss Piranha.
Yeah.
Regardless, you all make it to UA, and you see a decent stream of people just walking in. A few faces you both recognize and not recognize, as you all begin
Jeez.
to. You all recognize yourselves, obviously, as between Phoebe just kind of
With
going
Hopper
up.
right next to them.
Yeah.
Alex just somehow having kept up on a bicycle. Like, barely.
Oh, you swapped the artwork.
Yes. Yes, I like yours. I like yours. Works perfect for a portrait.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I thought that was all in character. My bad.
No.
It's just like,
No, that was all out of character.
Johnny Stone, the great artist.
Well,
I make sculptures.
nice to know those fire people found their little group again, I guess. I wonder if they all made it in. Can't tell. Too bright.
You actually see one of those bright people. Everyone sees Shimoda Ichio, Mr. Sunny Day. You can clearly see him as he's slightly brighter than in that wherever he walks compared to everyone else, as he's actually kind of talking very loudly and excitedly to a Miss Chino Hatsune, and anyone who cares to overhear, basically like, yeah, no issues, just like, like 30 of those little victory bots kind of pew 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 all melted into bits. It was great. And Chino's like, oh yeah, I like
Rolls
it,
up
throw
next to
marbles through their heads forwards, backwards, and sideways, punk.
Rolls up next to them, just trying to find a bike wreck. Oh, hey Ichio, or Ichijo. Hey, did I get the
Hey.
name right, or did I screw it up? I
Close
got it
enough.
mostly. Ichio, I think it was. I don't know.
Yep. No
Okay.
J.
Got it. Thanks. Sorry, too much. Sorry, too much Common Writer. I default to Ichigo. All right, Ichi. Hey, Ichio.
Hey.
How'd you do? We kind of lost each other after that first group.
Oh, a little bit of running over here, a little bit of melting over there, just being so grand enough to get in the 1A.
Oh, same. Oh,
He
wait. I never told you my name, did I? I forgot to introduce myself when we met.
kinda, yeah.
I'm Alex. Alex Bata. Alex Bata. Holds out his hand.
Shimoda Ichio, pleasure. As you hand, you hear a pfft from Chino. It's like, yeah, you two are cute. Let's get fucking moving.
I never stopped. Why did you stop? Looks behind him.
Fucking shut up.
I didn't do anything. Just keeps walking, just right. The bike's right alongside him. No, there's Rack.
I imagine Phoebe just left her motorcycle in the bike rack, not knowing what else to do with it.
It's like,
Looks
guess.
confusedly at that. Hey, Ichio, you know anybody else who drives a motorcycle? Or is this who I think I think it is? It's whose I think it is.
Well,
Knocks in the bike. All
I
right,
will.
to 1A.
I'll arrive early with a spring in my step.
Valentine, you are seeing, out of all these people, familiar faces such as Wrecking Ball, Chino, and Luca Ouellette, you do see a pair of fresher faces. A taller-looking man who just seems to be talking at and who is taller than him. The man who is being talked at is. Let me double check the height because I wrote it down.
You're getting all robot
You got
there.
roboted there for a minute. I think you're back to normal.
Yeah, I'm green now. Okay.
jamming in the middle of a thunderstorm amidst his dying internet.
Look, I'm not as bad as Scott. Anyway.
You're right.
Excuse me. And when I burp, I try and get the microphone away from the mouth.
That too.
You see two men, one talking at the taller individual, maybe about 4 inches away from 4 inches of height away from each other. The smaller male is basically just boasting about how great he's done in the entry exam. Was like, yeah, it turns out there were a couple critters running around, and who knows, and turns out squirrel claws are really great for wrecking robots, huh? And the taller individual just kind of goes, yeah, you really got it, Hamada. And right out of the park. He's like, well, how'd you do, Shimi? You getting the 1A? It's like, yeah? And the shorter man just kind of, you're serious? He's like, yeah? How? I did well. And it's just that kind of conversation.
Oh.
So, I take it the person who was bragging didn't make it into 1A?
1B. Top of 1B, but still 1B.
No, the smarter man's like, they let me get the 1A and somehow got you in too? Like, how? I thought your quirk didn't well, I've gotten better with it over the years, It's like, but still, it's colors. How do you fight with colors? Effectively? Ugh.
Best answer ever.
Well, there's this thing called color theory.
Well, my thinking, well, I've gotten into UA. Time to start making friends. So I'll walk up to these two.
Yep.
Hello there.
God, shit. Hey.
Oh, sounds like you guys got into 1A too.
Wait. Fuck, aren't you the girl that got to the top of the leaderboard?
The very same. Skip Valentine, a pleasure. I reach out a hand to shake.
The shorter man just kind of looks bewildered and gives you a half shake where he only grabs your fingers and just kind of 1, 2, let's go. It's like Hamada Yoshiaki. Swear I wrote down pronunciations for all these names I fucking generated. It's towards Ichigo, who's the loud guy. 1 second.
I don't want to interrupt dialogue.
Oh, you're good. And the taller man just kind of sheepishly whiles and sheepishly smiles and waves at Shime Kinori. You really got to the top. That's really impressive. And it was rescues too. How'd you do it?
So, my quirk, I call my quirk Bioforge.
And at that point, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, essentially how it works is I have complete control of my own anatomy. So I'm able to reconfigure it into depending on the situation. How I managed to get all those rescues by shifting into a form or much more based on speed and just at least searching all the places around the big one.
And as you're giving this explanation, Wrecking Ball, you managed to find yourself within close proximity of Miss Fish. As
hey.
You two are walking towards as well.
Oh, hey. You made it in too?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you made it a 1A.
Yeah, not the top of the score, but got
Who's
to
on
work
top
with some
of the
pent-up
score again?
frustration. Her name's Valentine. I was working with her the other day. She got a lot of rescues. Granted, I got to play distraction, so I think I helped. I'm not sure. She's pretty fucking fast.
As you two are talking, you just hear, "Crikey, you two got him too!" As Coral Man, now looking much more vibrant in color. It's like, Well, get a lot of this then. Gonna be a right old time, I think.
Cora, you crazy SOB.
I think I'm pretty sure I heard that.
Yeah, Pamela, you son of a bitch, as you two do the Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like,
I'm still trying to figure out where I am in all of this.
I just look at the.
I mean, you were apparently near the
because
bike
I'm
rack
out
at
of
some
this
point.
culture.
wait, what was that, Max?
I just look at both of them very confused because this is not a part of my culture.
Phoebe, you are near the group that Hopper is talking to, but siding up next to you is a familiar face of a girl that was shooting out robots like it was no tomorrow on your helicopter ladder yesterday. A Miss Cordier, as she just kind of waves.
Oh, hi.
I
Hey,
forgot. What was
you
her quirk?
You actually hear a voice from Omni Cordier, except it doesn't
I
come
don't think
from
we
her
ever
mouth.
figured
She
out what her
holds,
quirk was.
she holds up a little a little text, a little device that seems to be that she's typing in, and it's saying things for her. It's like, and she types in it more. It's like, sorry, forgot to bring this yesterday. Communication was rough, I know.
I mean, during the session before, she did use it once.
Oh, she did.
She just did. She wasn't able to. She didn't use it during combat, but after combat, she used it.
All right, my bad. Then slightly retcon that to hectic stuff.
Um,
Types in a bit more. Did you make it into 1A too?
yeah, I did. I actually got second.
Hey there, short shark. God damn it.
You said it.
Fucking short shark.
Big wave.
Yeah, and she types in, is like, yeah, I saw I was just under the leaderboard actually. It happens.
Well, you did well. It was just the situation was pretty grim where we were at.
And continuing the typing, and she talks like, yeah, I still kind of feel bad, even though he was a paid actor. The explosions do hurt.
Oh.
After a bit of a talk and such, you all make it into the actual 1A classroom itself. A few people who see you walking in just kind of give like the, just give the whispering each other's look. Those guys are the big wigs or other things like that. You all calmly make it in, and there are many familiar and new faces overall, and there's about 20 of you total.
20 in 1A or 20 in total?
1A, I'm pretty sure.
20 in 1A.
I figured, but thought I'd ask anyway.
Yeah, you're good. I'm kind of bad with words. I understand. Go
I
ahead.
just kind of look around the classroom. I look at the seats next to the window. I shake my head and go to the corner of the room closest to the wall.
Right, aren't seats assigned?
Go ahead, someone.
Oh, if there are no assignments, I'm going to think back on my knowledge of anime and make a beeline for the protagonist desk.
I'm pretty sure we were told seating assignments were determined by our ranking, so you'd get first seat, which is not usually protagonist seat.
The taller man, which some of you would recognize as Mr. Fighting Spirit, aka Jotaro, just kind of gives a shrug, like, as far as I'm concerned, we can sit where we want. When the homeroom teacher comes in, then he can point fingers. But until then, and he's kind of posted up on this like side wall, which is like, I'm just chilling here.
Didn't meet you yesterday. Looks over like he just now noticed him.
Hey, you're who you?
Alex.
Jotaro. Kai Jotaro.
You've heard all the jokes before already, haven't you?
It's just kind of yada yada. Fuck, damn it.
You should actually see. You should see his
I'll lay
actual
off.
quirk.
I'll
It
lay
doesn't
off,
help.
man.
As he says yare yare, the fighting spirit actually comes out in face palms before disappearing.
Dude, I don't know if that's badass, rough, or like a copyright thing.
I think the answer is yes.
It can be multiple.
People can't sue me for what I am. Believe me, 5 companies already tried.
That many?
You'd be surprised. Mostly American.
That I believe.
How many companies own rights to?
How many hang on, I gotta check that. Who owns the right? Who owns JoJo's? Who owns the rights?
One man and it's Arakai. I just came up with random shit. Excuse me.
Probably got sued by the animation studio, the publishing house, the creator,
Yeah, no, it's
and a
no,
couple
he
of
just got
actors.
No, he got sued by Funimation 5 times because Funimation fucking sucks.
Yeah, there we go.
That works.
Johnny Stone, as you're taking your sad corner seat, you feel a tap on your shoulders, like, you okay?
Yeah.
You look over and it appears to be a softer looking woman. She's very short, almost rivaling Pam Piranha, how short she is. And she just has these, these very soft, endearing eyes, and just kind of tilts her head. It's like, you're sad.
Just kind of squint my eyes at her. Okay.
And now you're feeling awkward.
I know.
with deep
I know my scores were low, but that's just rude.
Oh no! Sorry. I was like, my name's Hatake Kurimi. I am I can feel emotions. It's kind of my
I'm
thing.
pretty sure like 95% of the people in the world could feel emotions. Unless you're a sociopath, then you're kind of losing me here.
Oh no! I can feel other people's emotions.
So that makes a little more sense.
I can sense them. Like like for you, there's a really, really deep pit of guilt somewhere deep in there.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We
I know.
Just kind of bottle it up, put it away, and release it on the robots.
I'm just curious what kind of crazy skills she must have to get
Yeah,
into.
I'm gonna go ask.
It's not
I'm
very.
pretty sure I heard a little bit.
but I understand.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Alex?
Bingo.
Hey, I got it right on the first try.
Or
Fuck
Bata.
yeah.
Hi, who's your friend?
That's a good question. I'm awful with names. What's your name again? Turns to the little girl.
Hatake Kurimi, and looks over to you, Mr. Hopper. Is like, you're very odd.
I get that a lot. Most people don't expect a guy who can only see different spectrums of light to get into Class 1A.
No, there's a maelstrom going inside of you.
Well, how do you think I got in 1A?
Sorry. Sometimes
Your quirk can be very
the quirk
invasive.
the quirk can supersede normal thoughts sometimes. I apologize.
Do tell.
I can sense people's emotions.
What, like a mood ring?
A bit more nuanced than that. I can't tell why people feel sad or why they feel guilt or why they feel like nothing is worth anything, but I can feel them, and it's.
You ever feel happy emotions?
Oh yeah, tons. It's just the more extreme emotions and the darker emotions stand out more sometimes. Depends on the individual. Like that guy points over to a distance to Mr. Sunny Day, who's talking up the Squatch, Chino, and the taller individual that Valentine talked to earlier. There's a lot of interesting things going on over in his head.
Is it the gutter? Is his mind in the gutter, or can you not feel that?
Oh, well.
Wait. No, that's probably just
I
me.
mean, no, I can pick up sexual feelings if that's what you mean.
Wait, we forgot. Roll a 12.
Oh god damn it. Yeah,
I believe that's usually my job.
Yeah,
I
alright,
thought
well,
we
let's
just
hope.
made it canon that they're always hot now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got enough. She seems
Well,
fucking
11.
close.
Alright.
I
An
told you,
11 an 11 for emotion girl.
Yeah.
God has spoken.
She's only an 11 out of 10. She's the least hot person in the class.
11 out of 12.
No, 11
like an 8.
11
Yeah,
out of 10.
I'm only an 8.
What was I like? I think wasn't I like a 7? 7 or
In
9?
my head canon, the roll 12 is so you can get higher than out
Oh.
of 10.
I
Oh.
see.
Well, there's difference between head canon and actual canon.
Okay, I got a question then.
I have an answer.
I don't mean any offense. Not you, GM.
Oh, okay.
The person
Yeah?
I'm talking. I don't mean this the wrong way or anything, but it doesn't seem like robots have emotions. How'd you get enough of them for 1A? Or enough
Oh.
rescues?
You see, well, I've done normal training and such, but sensing emotions is more than just for doing some weird therapy work. It's also just I can tell where people are. I was able
Oh.
to find people that others couldn't.
Oh, cool. I did the same thing.
That
Kinda
I had a big help, and she points over at the taller gentleman that's being talked up by Mr. Sunny Day. She gives a small wave, and the taller gentleman kind of looks back with a smile. But then Shiamoto quickly gets back his attention. It's like, and then I melted the missile straight out of the air. It was fucking great.
I didn't see that.
Anyone else feel like calling shenanigans on him?
Dude, I can see heat and UVs. I can see your sunlight in 3 different ways, and I didn't see any of that.
Well, you were busy in the helicopter, Mr.
is that-
National Guard.
Oh wait, it was after that, wasn't it? Yeah, no. I was a bit busy dealing with bungee cording.
I was busy killing the 0 point.
I was busy trying to make sure your ass didn't get clobbered.
We were fine
Why did you attack the 0 point?
because it was big in there.
I mean, All Might was big in there.
Sounds like somebody does have something big in there now, do they? No, but I was able to kill that fucking thing.
Why are you the one saying that? I could very easily just say no you and be completely right.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on,
Okay,
Ayazawa.
fish stick, cricket. We both understand. You're both pretty. Now sit down.
Valentine,
Cricket.
are you interacting with anyone in particular, or just kind of watching this? Are you just people watching?
Yeah, I'm people watching.
You are not really approached, but you're almost kind of surprised by this very monotone. Hey, and you look back, and it's Mr. Blank from earlier, or from 2 days ago.
Oh, hey,
Nice job on the leaderboard.
thanks.
I got a bit below it, but they still like me enough to put me in here, so that's pretty nice.
Hmm.
I still got no clue how I got. I still have no clue how I got 3.
Not 100. Hey,
In and out of character, I don't know.
I'll get to it in a bit.
out of character. Correct me if feel free to interrupt me if I'm mistaken, if I'm just forgetting something. Back in character. I don't think I ever did hear what your quirk was.
Yeah, that's Blank.
That's the most I'm gonna get out of him.
So like what you're just shot in the dark. You're always considered completely normal in whatever situation you're in.
That's one of the better descriptions I heard from someone. But no.
You cancel out powers?
Nope. That'd be cool though. Though it'd be also kind of invasive, And he's like speaking like You're surprised you can hear him after all the kerfuffle that's going on, because he's refusing to raise his voice. He's just monotone, deadpan, moderate speaking level.
I'll just fiddle with my hearing a bit so I can able to hear him without issue. Hmm.
Meanwhile, while that's going on,
you get your points from rescues or kills?
yeah.
I will shrug. Figure he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to really talk about it much, and I'll just go back to people watching.
And as soon as you go back to people, it's like, yeah, I punched a couple things. That was all right. Saved a few people. Had to punch a few buildings. It happens.
Stops as soon as you're not paid attention anymore.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that's going on. Phoebe, are you interacting with anyone in particular, or are you just kind of vibing?
Phoebe is like really nervous and just like constantly checking and rechecking that she's like got everything and is prepared.
Yeah.
Do I notice that?
Wait. No, I got this one.
Okay, go for it.
No, the GM has this one.
Arrgh.
You hear a voice. You hear a voice beside you. She's like, "Don't worry, you have everything."
Hi.
Hey there. You see a woman that's 5 foot tall. She appears to be, lithe in figure, has proper dress code, hair in a long ponytail, and has a darker brown hair as well. Just like he said, don't worry, you've already checked your bags like 8 times, and you checked them 8, and you're gonna check them 12 more times in the future, or 6, or 14, something along those lines. But you're fine.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really make much sense to check my bags anyway, since if I'm missing something, I can just make it.
Well, that changed a few things. But sorry, my name's
stupid future prediction.
my name's Ose Miyoko.
Hi.
You
Phoebe.
all right? Pleasure to meet you, Phoebe. And she just kind of gently shakes your hands, like, I can't see too far in the future, but something tells me you and me are gonna make fast friends.
You're also about to...
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wait, something's coming. Pan Piranha, do your thing.
Hey, how did you make it in?
Who are you talking to? Who are you
I'm
addressing?
talking to you. Like,
You say Miss Helicopter.
Oh, I just did my best. Rescued some people.
oh, that's right. Hey, you never picked me up.
Pick you up.
Yeah, when we were
There you go.
when I was in the robot's head, you never came in and picked us up.
You hear a yell across the room. It's like, Pam, just calm down, mate. Everything's gonna be all right. As you hear from Coral Man across the way.
Nah,
Wait.
she left us.
Oh yeah, but big guy over here, as he pats Squatch, and Squatch kind of flinches a bit at the pat, but smiles like, yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
That ain't the point. Anyways, why didn't you pick us up?
You were asking to get picked up. Walks over. You were asking to get picked up.
Can Phoebe say something?
Go for it.
I was just. Phoebe was just saying, like, I mean, I'm not sure what you're talking about. When was I supposed to pick you up?
I was waving at you. You looked at me. You talked to me in the speakerphone.
Oh, you mean when you were, like, dancing around on top of the robot?
I was trying to talk to you.
Right, interrupt your victory dance.
You both. How?
There's just general merriment and mirth going around as
Please
you all
tell
are.
me I was like behind the counter or something.
Tyler, shut your whore mouth.
Of course, the one scene I remember.
And no, he's not behind the counter. How it actually things go. I looked this up yesterday.
Wait, no,
you're-
wrong media.
Yeah, you all are talking near the the door entrance, and you all hear a voice behind you. It's like, we're not here to socialize. come on now. This isn't a popularity contest. And you all look back to see who the voice is. You don't see anyone. You look down, and it appears to be a man in a yellow sleeping bag, all like tucked up. You can only see his face and a bit of his hair. And he looks fucking tired.
Starts flicking through Spectrum because something is not right here. Something
And-
can't be right here.
He then proceeds to reach up with what looks to be one of those apple juice pouch or like applesauce pouches. All right. He then begins to unzip and stand up. The man is very tall, very thin, wearing mostly black with a gray scarf. And as said before, he just looks dead tired and is like, "So, you're all 1A? Not bad. All right." He pulls just from out of view in the hallway. He pulls up a cart, which appears to be a lot of boxes. And sadly, one of you aren't able to be here immediately. Mr. Hothead Dragon is still recovering after his attempted fight with the giant robot. But congratulations, you all got your gym uniforms. You're to go to the gyms, put them on immediately, and meet me outside. Understand?
Boo! Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way,
Cool.
name's Mr. Aizawa. I'm your homeroom teacher.
Yes, sir, Mr. Aizawa.
Aye, aye, Captain Aizawa.
Just kind of gives you like a very deadpan, but like serious look. It's like, don't say that.
First mate? I'll stop.
Might be a good idea while you're ahead, or while you
that's-
still have it.
Just
Wasn't ahead in the first place.
just mumbling under his breath. Well, there's one class clown already. He's like, all right, get it all together, folk. Meet me outside. As he begins to walk off. And anyone who cares to look as he's walking down the hallway, you see him look up to the ceiling and drop something on his face as he proceeds to walk. For like a liquid from the bottom.
Eye drops.
Yep. Man's tired.
Grabs, I'm assuming the boxes are like labeled with a name or something.
Yep, they all got names on them, and you all, within no time at all, able to find the gyms, as he doesn't actually show you where the changing rooms are. It's up to a few of the other staff members to guide you. It's like, yeah, just down that hall to the left. The showers are there.
I
blah,
just
blah, blah.
assumed they were signs.
Oh, well, there are signs too, but you know, having people help is also nice.
Yep.
And you all get changed and head out to the what are they called again?
The gym yard.
It's training grounds. I'll just say that.
The playground.
Playground, yeah.
Wish my ex had one of those.
And by the way, this playground is fucking huge. Like, there are many spots where they're like professional Olympic running. There's spots for jumping. Pretty much, if there's a spot for anything that looks vaguely like an Olympic sport, it's in this courtyard.
Jeez. And yet, it starts tugging his collar. These stupid. What is with these gym uniforms? Just out of character. I didn't like the look of them. In character, I still can't like the look of them very much.
As you're getting in line, Aizawa responds, "If you have a problem with the uniform, meet up with the support department. They'll get an adjustment made for you.
Not what I meant, but thank you.
Then keep your complaints to yourself at the moment, Mr. Bada."
Yes, sir. As
all the students line up, and with that little Aizawa's gonna look at you, Miss Piran. It's like, not say anything, but he's gonna give you a look.
Oop.
Day one, he's already cracking the whip.
Wow.
Why is he looking at the piranha? Did I hear that wrong?
Because I laughed
Wait,
at
like
you.
out of character?
Out of character. Did I hear that wrong?
No, you did not hear that wrong.
Okay, I think I missed whatever's causing him to look at the piranha.
She gave smug chuckles
After
of you
that.
being, yeah. All of the students are lined up in a row. It's like, Now, before we even start worrying about seeding or reps or whatever goes on, EUA may think you all worthy of being in 1A, but I'm the teacher of it, and therefore I am the final arbiter of whether you get in or not. So, right behind me are the grounds, and you're all gonna show me what you have. And I know back in middle school days where they all expressively said, don't use your quirks under any circumstance for any reasons. But good news for you all. Not only is quirk use encouraged, it is mandatory for these 8 trials.
Huh. Get to cut loose a little bit. This should be fun.
Yeah, there's that general air of like, it's just like general like, oh shit, I can jump real far now. Other things like that. It's like, and also bear in mind, you are going to be scored on how well you do, how far you throw, how fast you run, how well you run. And the person who performs the least favorably, you're getting expelled. And just general. with just smooth jazz in the background.
I can't change it. You shut up. If you want to put more tense music on, you do it.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna fuck with it. There's this general like, how's that going on?
I'm just imagining one of us is gonna roll really badly and then end up being the one expelled.
Mr. White, the Coral Man, speaks up like, "Hey, that ain't fair. We all got in here fair and square." Aizawa retorts of, "Hero work isn't fair. Your job is to adapt and overcome. You can't do that, get out."
I think most of us will be fine, except for who's ever at the bottom.
Determination.
Gives Johnny a sideways look.
And don't worry about Mr. Dragon. Once he's up and running, he's getting fair treatment. Whether he does it tomorrow or next week, he's getting the same test. If he somehow gets lower than the person who gets last, then he's getting the boot. Don't think just because you got a critical injury, you're getting off scot-free.
It's only a flesh wound.
Knowing him, he'd probably somehow pass, but knock himself out doing it.
Well, with the physical test laid out before you all, with barely any details given other than the most important ones of you lose, you fail, in a general meeting of Class 1A, I believe we can call this a session. I had a lot more prep for this, and I'm surprised that I didn't get to use all of it. Then again, it was my fault for wanting to make the recap bit a little more involved.
Yeah,
It happens.
All right, so before I end the recording, any final declarations?
COVID-19.
Demonetized.
Tune in next week for one of these spoiled brats getting their shit kicked out of them.
We already got that last week.
Metaphorically, of course, as they get the boot.
No, we didn't get it metaphorically last time, so that's fine. That's different.
Yeah, it's metaphorically this time.
Literally, we'll pick up in a couple of weeks.
Within 3 to 5 business sessions.
Oof.
Anyways,
Oh, excuse me.
see us out, Aaron.
I think that